A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all-old-time radio. A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all-old-time radio.
Lux presents Hollywood. Lever Brothers Company, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, bring you the Lux Radio Theater, starring Robert Mitchum and Lorraine Day in Holiday Affair. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. William Keeling.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I hope you all have your Christmas shopping done. There are only 5 more hectic days left, you know, and then your troubles will be over. But just suppose when you walk into the toy department, instead of seeing Santa Claus, you become involved with a tall, handsome stranger. Well, that's only the beginning of tonight's play, Holiday Affair. As the stars of this RKO holiday treat, we have Robert Mitchum, who lends his special talents to recreating his original role. And starring with him is Lorraine Day, who we managed to lure back to Hollywood to give one of her fine performances for us in Holiday Affair. And when you're doing your grocery shopping for the holidays, we hope Lux Toilet Soap will be on your list. Women who value their lovely complexions only know they need purchase and use Lux Toilet Soap once, and it will always be at the top of their list for gentle beauty care. Now, Holiday Affair, starring Robert Mitchum as Steve and Lorraine Day as Connie. It's rather important to any large department store, especially at Christmas time, to know just what's going on at its competitors. A job entrusted to a group of experts known as comparison shoppers. Right now, there's a comparison shopper in the toy department of Crowley and Company.
Could you wait on me, please? I know exactly what I want. I want one of these electric trains.
Well, now let me tell you something about this train. As you can see from this model...
I'll take it, complete with accessories.
I don't have to convince you?
No, thanks.
Well, that'll be $79.50 plus tax.
I have exactly the amount right here. Oh, and I'll take it with me, please.
We'll be glad to send it. It's pretty heavy.
No, if you'll just put it in a box.
All right. If you'll take this sales slip, you can pick the train up at the call desk. Thank you very much.
Oh, can you tell me where there's a phone booth, please?
Oh, phones? Right next to the elevator.
Thank you. Hello, Miss Neely? This is Connie Ennis. Well, I have a report on those 54-gauge nylons. Gimbals and Bloomingdale's have exactly the same shade and price as we do. Crowley's? Well, that's where I am now. I just bought the train, and I was wondering if I could wait until morning to bring it in. It's getting awfully late, and the lady who takes care of my little boy... Oh, thanks a lot, Miss Neely. See you in the morning.
Well, good evening, Mrs. Ennis.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ennis. Oh, darling, it is good to see you.
Mommy, look, I lost another tooth.
Well, I should say you did.
I put it on your dresser. You can save it for me.
He's been a very good boy, Mrs. Ennis.
Oh, hello, Mary.
Dinner's all ready. All you have to do is heat it up.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Mary.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Timmy.
Good night, Mary. Gee, all those packages. Are they for me for Christmas?
Well, one of them might be.
The big one, huh?
No, not the big one, dear. That's for the store business. Now, let me look at you. You know, Mr. Ennis, you're more and more like your daddy every day.
Mom, does it hurt much to die like Daddy did?
No, I don't think so, darling. Well, did Carl telephone?
He said he'd be over later.
Oh, that's nice. Now, while I add a few elegant touches to our dinner, suppose you run along and wash.
You bet, Mrs. Ennis.
And keep away from my packages.
There's an electric train in this one. I know it. I can hear the tracks.
Timmy!
I can't help, Mommy. I just feel so good.
That package isn't for you, darling.
Oh, sure. I know.
Now, look, honey. Christmas is wonderful, but most of the time, if you wish for real big things, all you're going to get are real big disappointments.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Now, Scoot. Oh, did Carl say what time he'd be here?
Just after dinner, I guess.
All right. Hand me a dish towel and put me to work.
Now, here's the kind of man I like, Timmy. He gets here just in time to do the dishes.
Getting all set for Christmas, Timmy?
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
Well, we'll go out tomorrow and pick out a tree, huh?
Can I really help to pick it out?
I wouldn't have it any other way. We might even sneak in a movie if I can leave the office early enough.
Gee, thanks. I think I'll go to bed, Mom. I'm kind of tired.
Well, if you want to, darling. Just don't forget to feed your turtles and brush your teeth.
Do I have to brush where the last one came out?
No, you brush around where the last one came out. Good night, darling.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Carl.
See you tomorrow, Timmy. You know I wear everybody out at the office with the things he says.
I may as well warn you that compliments will get you no place. The dishes.
Okay.
You know we make a pretty good team at the kitchen sink.
Why limit it to the kitchen sink? Marry me and I'll buy you a dishwasher. A cute little Frenchman with a tight skirt. What do you say, Connie?
Could you give me a little more time, Carl?
Well, you've had almost 3 years. You've got to have someone to buy loud neckties for at Christmas.
I sure used to buy Guys and Buttes. Oh, how he must have hated wearing them.
Oh, he loved wearing them just like I would.
Carl, I like you very, very much. You know that, but I don't feel...
Now, look. As a lawyer, I got a lot of divorces for a lot of people, Connie. But I never got a divorce for 2 people who really liked each other.
But there's Timmy, Carl. Are you sure
that you're trying to talk me out of this?
I promise you won't have to ask me again. If it's yes, I'll ask you.
Does it feel like yes?
Sort of. Well, this isn't getting the dishes done.
You know, I'll never forget the day you hired me. There I was sitting at the employment agency with all the other girls.
Hey, what are you doing still awake?
Just thinking. Is Carl still here?
No, darling, he just left. Carl wants me to marry him, Timmy.
Are you going to?
I might.
Why?
Oh, for a lot of reasons, dear. We could be a real family.
But I like us the way we are. I don't want anything to change.
But we'd be the same, Timmy. Only better. Well, we'll talk about it some other time, Good night, Mr. Ennis.
You too, Mrs. Ennis. But if you marry Carl, you won't be Mrs. Ennis anymore.
No, darling. Not anymore.
Oh, good morning. May I help you?
Oh, hello. Well, I...
Never mind. Let me guess. You came to return the electric train, huh?
It wasn't exactly what I wanted, and
No, I didn't think it would be.
Well, when I got home last night, my little boy said that it was
it was for your little boy.
Anything so strange about that?
What's your little boy's name? Macy's? Sachs? Gimbel's? Lewis and Fisher, maybe?
Now, look, will you please just...
Honey, I tagged you yesterday as a comparison shopper. You didn't ask a single question about the train. You had the exact amount already, tax included. You didn't even want it wrapped.
What are you going to do?
The same as they do over in your store. I press this little button. A store detective rushes up and he takes your picture. We show it to every sales clerk, and that ends your activities in Crowley and Company.
It ends my activities in Fisher and Lewis, too. I get fired.
Well, if you're going to be a spy, you've got to expect the firing squad.
My little boy ends up getting his shoes from the Children's Aid Society, and you're a great big hero.
Yeah, I thought we'd be getting back to little Butch.
His name is Timothy. He's 7 years old, and I support him.
What does your husband do, working his way through college?
My husband's dead. He was killed in the war.
Would you like to hit me over the head with this locomotive?
Well, now what?
Now I write you a refund slip, which I have a feeling I'm going to live to regret.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Name?
Ennis, Connie Ennis. I'm awfully grateful. My job means a great deal to me.
Yeah. Address?
550 East 75th Street.
Now, you can do me a favor. There are 47 other departments in this store. Don't come back to this one, okay?
Okay.
Now then, madam, I believe you're next.
Yes, I'd like to see the union suit you advertised. Ribbed cotton fleece lined, long-sleeved, and I believe it also
Darling, you remember.
What? Oh, it's you.
And now the size, madam. For your husband here? Well, I'd say about 42 or 45.
Oh, no. No, I want the special, the 56.
Yeah, 56.
Oh, yes. This may take me a minute, sir.
Well, still engaged in commercial espionage, I see.
Well, I'm staying out of your department. But what are you doing down here?
I just got fired.
Oh, no. Because of me?
I was supposed to report you, you know. It's a rule. Little floor walkers have big ears.
Well, is there anything I can do?
There certainly is. When I was a working man, I used to eat lunch about now.
I'll buy your lunch. I'll be glad to.
That's roughly what I had in mind, on one condition. I take you to my favorite restaurant, and I order for both of us.
I'm entirely in your hands.
Here we have the 56, madam. It's the only one left, but I found it.
It's exactly what I want. I'll pick it up later.
But, madam, really? Well, I ask you, 56.
So I like them loose.
Your favorite restaurant, huh? Central Park. A lot of seals splashing in the water.
And hot dogs and coffee for lunch. Oh, care for dessert? I've got some peanuts.
No, thanks. I'm doing fine.
You see that seal?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's the happiest guy in New York. And he's never wanted to be vice president of the First National Bank.
Well, do you?
Me? Not me either. I just want to build boats.
Boats?
Yeah. Oh, not the Queen Mary. Little boats, sailboats.
Well, then why aren't you doing it?
Well, for one thing, the war nipped about 5 years out of my life. Then, later, I made the mistake of listening to people. Do something sensible, they said. Sell real estate or washing machines or mousetraps, but cut a few throats and wind up vice president. So it got me a nice, cozy job with a bank. 2 years later, I woke up.
In Crowley's toy department?
Doesn't make sense, does it? Well, it's like this. I've got a good friend out in Oregon. He owns a little boatyard, and I'm buying into it. So now I just take any job I can get. Every time I get $100, I send it to him. It may never make $1 million for me, but it's more fun than digging for oil in Texas or coal in Kentucky or cutting throats in a bank.
Oh, my gosh, the time. If you'd told me that anyone could keep me for 2 hours over a couple of hot dogs...
Where do you have to go?
Wanamaker's house furnishings.
Say, do you always make people talk this much?
No, and I don't always like listening this much.
Do you mind if I tag along to Wanamaker's?
Sure, you can carry all the packages.
Oh, fine.
Look, lady, I wish I could help you, but I'm only the doorman.
But we were coming out of the store just now. He had all my packages. We got separated in those darn revolving doors.
All right, well, how old is the little boy?
He's not a little boy. He's a grown man with about 15 packages. Steve! Steve! Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, what's going on here?
Connie, oh, darn if we wanted to have the tree all trimmed by the time you come home.
And I picked it out, Mom, by myself.
After a double hot fudge sundae to give him strength.
Well, it's the most beautiful Christmas tree I've ever seen. You're a fine picker-outer, Mr. Ennis.
Say, how come you're home so early?
I never did get back to Lewis and Fisher. Oh, I misplaced some packages at Wanamaker, so there was no point in going back till I found them. Carl, did anyone telephone about them?
Oh, we let Mary go home early. We're taking you out to dinner.
Well, you're a very pleasant man. How about changing your clothes, Tim?
Yeah, come on, let's see how fast you can do it.
I know. You just want me to go so you can kiss her.
Now, how would he know about that?
Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, I feel as lit up as that Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. Connie, you told Timmy about us. What'd he say?
Well, you know how children are. They don't like changes. But I'm sure he's... Front door. Excuse me. Who is it?
Maybe you'd rather I come down the chimney.
Steve!
Well, where did you go, to a matinee? I looked all over for you. It's the last time I ever pick up a comparison shopper.
Here, let me help you with the packages.
Well, hello.
Oh, Carl, this is Steve.
Mason.
Carl Davis.
Hi. I lost her in the crowd. We were out shopping.
We got separated. We met at Crowley's this morning, and then we went
She got me fired, and then we started...
That's how we met. And after lunch, he was carrying all those parcels for me, and we got separated in the crowd.
Well, it can happen in the crowd, yes.
But how did you find me?
Well, it wasn't easy. This may come as a big shock to you, but Fisher and Lewis never even heard of you.
Naturally. They never give out information about comparison shoppers.
And then it dawned on me to look in the phone book.
Dear, why don't I get Mr. Mason a drink?
Hey, this fellow's got it upstairs.
I'll get us all one, huh? Sit down, won't you?
Well, it looks as though we might have a white Christmas.
That's right. Never seems like Christmas unless it is white.
That's right. Still, we don't seem to get the big snows we used to.
That's right. Just comes down slush now.
That's right. It's probably got something to do with the atom bomb.
Hey, that's right.
Understand they need rain in California.
That's so. I'm from California.
Is that so?
Never rains.
I was in California once.
That's so.
Rained every day.
Very unusual. That photograph on the table, is that Guy?
Yeah. Yeah, and Tim's a lot like him, Connie says. Tim's her little boy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh?
He never knew his father, did he?
No. No, but Connie talks about Guy all the time. That's wonderful the way she keeps him, well, sort of alive.
Is it? After all, he's not alive.
Huh? Oh, here, let me help you, dear.
Thanks.
Here you are, Mason.
Thank you.
Well, here's to a Merry Christmas.
That's what I always say.
Oh, here's Timmy. Steve, I'd like you to meet the man of the house, Mr. Ennis.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
He looks exactly like you.
Oh, do you think so? Everyone else says he's the image of his father.
Timmy, I've got to ask you a couple of questions. I'm sorry, but it's a rule for grown-ups.
Like how old I am and what grade I'm in?
That's right. Then when you get older, you'll have the right to be annoying to kids.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, what are you going to get for Christmas?
Clothes, I guess. That's what I always get. Something to wear.
Well, I'll bet you won't be able to wear what I'm getting for you.
A camera.
How'd you know?
Because you asked me if I wanted one a long time ago.
Timmy, I don't think that sounds very nice.
Oh, he didn't mean it that way.
Anyway, he doesn't have to get me anything.
Timmy, just for that, you can go straight to your room.
No.
Tim, now you do what your mother tells you.
I don't want one. You can't make me.
Timmy!
Oh, now, wait a minute, son.
I'm not your son. You can keep your old camera.
Now, here, you better go to bed.
And keep your hands off me and off my mother, too. Let me go.
Carl, get your hands off my boy.
Connie. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Good night, Connie.
Carl, wait. I'm sorry.
I'd better go, Connie. Good night.
Go to bed, Timmy, and you don't get any supper. I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah, so am I. I come to return a few packages, and look what happens.
It didn't have anything to do with you.
Oh? You didn't tell Carl about me.
It wasn't important.
Well, maybe not telling him made it seem important. He certainly went out of his way to take possession of Timmy. That may be why the kid flared up.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I wanted to see the Ennises at home.
And you certainly saw them.
And now I'll say goodbye. I think it'll save us both a lot of trouble.
Now, what does that mean?
It means that I might fall in love with you. Well, it's not impossible. I might even ask you to marry me one day, and you'd say no.
Not that you're not right, but what makes you so sure?
Because you want everything just as it is. The status quo. You and Timmy. No changes.
Well?
Connie, look. He's a wonderful kid. Stop trying to make him over into your husband.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You call him the man of the house, Mr. Ennis. You get upset when somebody doesn't think he looks like his father. Why don't you quit trying to hang on to something you've lost?
I want everything just as it is, do I? I suppose that's why I'm marrying Carl.
Well, if you do marry him, you're going to have a little problem with Tim, aren't you?
No, I'm not. It will take a little time, maybe, but you're not quite as wise as you think you are.
Okay, I'm on my way. Do you mind if I say goodbye to Tim?
Go ahead if you want to.
Thanks.
Steve?
Hello, Timmy.
I'm sorry I was bad before.
Well, you can sure kick up a fuss, can't you?
You think Carl's real mad at me?
No. You just tell him you're sorry. I bet he's a pretty nice guy.
Steve, did Mom get you fired?
Hey, how did you know about that?
I can hear things through the door sometimes.
Especially when you put your ear next to it, huh? Well, it seems I sold your mom a train, and then when she brought it back, I did something I wasn't supposed to do.
You mean an electric train, red and silver, with a whistle?
Oh, you saw it, huh?
Yeah, but don't tell Mom. I peeked. I thought it was for me, but it wasn't. Gee, it sure was a swell train.
Well, maybe next year, huh? You keep wishing real hard till next Christmas.
I've wished for a train till my stomach hurts. Mom took it back anyway.
Well, that shouldn't make a big fellow like you quit. Well, I'll go see if I can't rustle up some supper for you.
Oh, don't worry. When I'm bad, Mom gives me supper anyway. Good night, Steve.
Good night, Timmy. Keep pitching. Merry Christmas, Connie.
Did you have to do that?
You sure scare easy. It was just a goodbye kiss. Good luck, Connie.
In a few moments, we'll continue with Act Two of Holiday Affair. And now, here's Libby Collins, our Hollywood reporter, to bring us the Lux Radio Theater's movie news of the week.
Exciting news tonight, John. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's picture about one of our greatest Americans will have its world premiere Wednesday night in Hollywood. The Magnificent Yankee is the life story of Chief Justice Holmes, starring Louis Calhern and Anne Harding. And believe me, magnificent describes it. When I saw the preview, I wanted to stand up and cheer.
I know how you felt, Libby. It makes you proud to be an American.
Oh, it's as exciting as the 4th of July. There's one fascinating scene after another to show the high points of Holmes' career in our nation's capital. The sets are really authentic. The Supreme Court chambers, the Capitol building, the inside of the Holmes house. But more than that, it's a warm and tender love story. Justice Holmes was like many great men. He had the devotion of a wonderful wife to inspire him.
I think Anne Harding, as Mrs. Holmes, shares the honors with Louis Calhern, don't you?
Oh, definitely. She does a superb acting job, and she looks the part to perfection with her patrician beauty.
It's good to see Anne Harding back in The Magnificent Yankee.
Yes, indeed. You know, till recently, she's been completely taken up with her stage work. Well, she's as lovely as ever. A true blonde with features like a cameo. Of course, John, she has to give that delicate skin of hers the finest kind of care. Naturally, she always uses Lux toilet soap.
Screen stars can't take chances with million-dollar complexions. No wonder they depend on this beauty soap with active lather.
Yes, because Lux soap's active lather cleanses thoroughly, but very gently, too. It gives skin such quick, new loveliness. All you do is work the rich lather well in, rinse with warm water, follow with a cold rinse, then pat dry with a soft towel. It's a beauty treatment that does wonders for the skin.
Women everywhere find that's true. Daily Lux soap care can make skin softer, smoother, really lovelier. If you haven't tried it, take a tip from Hollywood's most glamorous stars. Next time you shop, get a supply of this fragrant white soap. See if you aren't delighted with the radiant new beauty it will give your skin. Remember, 9 out of 10 screen stars use Lux toilet soap. Now, Mr. William Keeley, our producer.
Act Two of Holiday Affair, starring Robert Mitchum as Steve and Lorraine Day as Connie. It's noon the following day, the day before Christmas. Connie and Carl have met for lunch and, it appears, have patched up their differences.
And once again, Connie, I'm so sorry about last night.
It was all my fault. I don't know why I didn't tell you about meeting Steve.
It wasn't Steve that bothered me, honey. It was that take your hands off my boy.
But you know I didn't mean that.
Timmy's such a swell kid. You know, he even called me up this morning.
Timmy?
Yes. He said he was sorry and that I shouldn't be mad at him and, well, a lot of other nice things.
Oh, I'm so glad. You see, I didn't tell him to call you. It was his own idea. And that means that I can ask you something.
Well?
Will you marry me, Carl? I mean, soon. New Year's Day.
Connie.
Or are you going to play hard to get?
Oh, Connie. Oh, at last. Say, look, we'll pick up Timmy later, and we'll have that dinner out that we didn't have last night, and then when Timmy's fast asleep, you and I'll sit on the sofa and nap.
Is that what married people do?
Well, if they don't, let's set a precedent, huh? Hey, waiter, how about that check?
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Mommy, where are you? It's Christmas morning.
I'm getting breakfast for you, which you'll probably never eat.
Oh,
Merry Christmas, darling.
Oh, Mom, thank you. You sure did fool me.
I did?
Telling me I wouldn't get anything wonderful for Christmas. It was outside the door when I went to get the milk. Oh, gosh, Mom.
Outside the door?
In here, Mom, in here. I'll show you. A Rocket Express train. And there's a note in the box. You put it in, but you forgot. I can't read very good.
Let me see that note. Timmy, this train whistled at me when I passed by and said it wanted you for Christmas. It's signed Santa.
Santa Claus. Oh, and this is for you. We'll open it up.
Timmy, for me?
It's perfume. Real perfume. It costs more than $1.
Oh, Timmy. Oh, it's just beautiful, darling.
You're surprised, huh?
Am I?
But how did you know I wanted the train so bad? I didn't tell anyone except Mr. Mason.
Mr. Mason? Timmy, about this train. Oh, darling.
And I'm going to take better care of my clothes from now on. And wash more, too.
No, I didn't get you the train.
Well, who did?
Mr. Mason.
Gee, he must be awful rich.
No, dear, he's not.
That train's the nicest thing anybody ever did for me. Except for you, I mean. Gosh, I'll have to thank him.
Well, I may be able to do that for you. I have a few things I'd like to talk to him about.
I'll go with you.
But Mary will be here soon, and then Carl and Grandpa and Grandma.
Mom, we don't have any present for him. For Mr. Mason, I mean.
I'm afraid we don't, dear. And the stores are all closed today.
There's a lot of presents he might like under the tree.
Those are for Carl. Well, we'll talk about it later, Now sit down and eat your cornflakes.
But where are you going?
I think I'd better telephone Carl. Timmy with a spoon, dear. And not so fast.
Hi. Well, I'm amazed. What brings you to Central Park on Christmas morning?
Because you weren't at your hotel.
Oh, I don't live there anymore.
So the clerk told me. Then I thought maybe you'd be here.
Have some breakfast? The squirrel and I think this stuff's pretty good.
The squirrel? Oh, yes.
He's an orphan. I'm all he has in this world.
Steve, why did you get that train for Timmy?
Because I wanted to.
Well, it was very sweet of you, but I just can't let you do it. I want to give you back the money. Some of it now, and the rest is...
Sorry, the train is strictly a personal matter between my friend and me.
But, Steve, really... Anyway, it isn't right for Timmy to think he's always going to get everything he asks for.
Well, for a kid that's been sold on no surprises at all, it seemed like a great idea.
Well, he's just crazy about it. And about you, too. Oh, he sent you a present.
No.
He wanted to hand it to you personally.
Really?
Really?
Now, how did he know that I like noisy neckties? Oh, this I've got to wear right now. I'll just take this old one off. Hey, Mac.
Yeah?
You want a necktie?
Yeah, sure. Well, what do you know? Christmas is here after all.
And many of them.
Thanks a lot, mister.
Well, now you've made 2 people happy for Christmas and 1 person a little unhappy.
Oh?
Carl. He suspects your motives about the train.
Well, so would I if I were in his shoes.
I'm marrying Carl on New Year's Day.
Good for you. He looks like a nice guy.
Oh, he is. I know Carl. We've been friends for so long, and now everything will be safe and secure. I feel just wonderful about it.
You're great at selling yourself a bill of goods, aren't you?
Look, Steve,
You were married once to a man you were in love with. You ought to know it's impossible to be safe and secure when you're in love. What are you trying to do, crawl into a cave and hide from everything that's going to stir you up?
If I want to, yes.
Well, I don't think you can. Life is going to crawl right in there with you and kick your teeth out.
I'll manage very well, thank you.
You've got to take everything that's coming to you, Connie. All the surprises, good and bad.
I can't afford surprises.
Every surprise isn't a telegram from the War Department.
I should have known it was a mistake to see you again.
Then why did you come here?
I told you why. To pay you back for the train.
You could have mailed it to me. A 3-cent stamp would take care of the whole thing.
Look, Steve, I came because I just...
Mister! Hey, mister!
Hi.
Are you the man who gave that man a necktie?
That's right. What's that balloon tied onto your head for?
Oh, my brother tied it on, and now I can't get it off. Well, the man said it was very nice of you to give him a Christmas present, and he said he wants to give you this one.
He did?
Uh-huh. So here. Well, I gotta go now. Hey, Milton, wait for me.
Well, what do you suppose is in here?
Well, nothing like finding out.
And where would he have got it?
Maybe he's an eccentric millionaire. After all, everyone who wears dirty old clothes isn't a hobo. Just like everyone who gives electric trains to strange kids isn't an eccentric millionaire.
Look, just what I needed. Salt and pepper shakers.
Steve, not to change the subject, but why did you move out of the hotel?
Because I found a cheaper place. I'm going to stick around just long enough to earn my train fare to Oregon. So you can stop worrying about me.
I'm not worrying about you.
All right, so Carl can stop worrying.
Look, since I'm not going to see you again, can't you have the decency not to be annoying?
Sure. Goodbye, Connie. Have yourself a nice, quiet life.
Thank you. Goodbye, Steve.
They brought me.
Connie!
Father! Mother, it's so good to see you again.
Oh, Merry Christmas, darling.
You look wonderful, honey. And this boy of yours.
Oh, Connie, he's getting to look more like Guy every time I see him.
Did Mr. Mason like his present?
Yes, dear, I think so.
Oh, yes, your young man, Connie. We're looking forward so much to meeting him.
No, Timmy's told us all about him. We're very happy for you, Connie.
Now, wait a minute. Timmy's a little mixed up.
Oh, I didn't say who. I just said we were going to get married.
Not Mr. Mason?
No, it's Carl. Carl Davis. You remember?
Carl? Uh-huh. Well, I think that's just fine, dear.
He telephoned again.
Carl? What did he say?
He wanted to know where you were. I said you went to Mr. Mason's hotel to see him.
Oh, swell. Then what did he say?
He said he would be right over. You see? I'm coming.
Merry Christmas, Timmy. Aye, darling.
Carl, and look who's here.
Mr. and Mrs. Ennis.
Hello, Carl. Merry Christmas.
Connie just told us the news, Carl. We're so pleased.
Yes, she finally talked me into it.
And look what Mr. Mason bought me.
Oh, yes, the train. So you saw Mason at his hotel?
Well, no, Central Park.
Central Park, dear?
Yes, he eats there with the seals.
Oh? Well, did you give him back the money?
He wouldn't take it.
Well, it's a very expensive present. It does seem odd that he...
Yes, doesn't it?
It's just the kind of fellow he is. It doesn't seem odd at all.
Well, what are you getting so upset about, honey?
Oh, well, Look, I can't explain things better than I have, and I'm not even going to try. If there's anything about it that's bothering you, it can stop bothering you because he's leaving town. He's going to Oregon to build boats.
Going away?
Boats?
So why don't we open up our presents and have a nice Christmas?
Because there's somebody at the door.
Oh, I'm closest, dear. I'll see who it is. Oh, Mr. Mason.
No, Johnson Police Department.
Police?
Well, what in the world?
I'm looking for a Mrs. Ennis.
Well, I'm Mrs. Ennis.
Yeah, well, which one of you sat on a bench in Central Park this morning?
Well?
You know a man named Steve Mason?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's under arrest. He claims you can clear things up for him.
Under arrest?
The lieutenant will tell you all about it.
Get your coat, dear.
I'm going too.
Oh, no, dear. Of course not.
I've got him. He's my friend, isn't he?
Oh, well, all right, but hurry. Hurry.
And you just stand there, Mason, and keep quiet. I'm running things around this police station.
I just wanted to introduce you. Connie, Carl, this is Lieutenant Bolton.
How do you do?
Yeah. Anyway, at 9 a.m. in Central Park, a Mr. Marvin Fisher was hit on the head, tied up with a necktie, robbed of $52 and some silver salt and pepper shakers, a present for his aunt in Flushing. A little later, Officer McCreary notices this guy.
Me.
He's loitering, see? He admits he's homeless and unemployed.
That doesn't
Mrs. Ennis, you're interrupting me. He also admits that the necktie belonged to him, and he's got the salt and pepper shakers on his person.
Oh, I see.
I made a joke?
I'm sorry. I just thought it was going to be worse.
Mr. Mason wouldn't hurt anybody.
Thanks, pal.
Lieutenant, I'm a lawyer.
Oh, is that so? Well, if I ever need a lawyer, I'll look you up.
And if I ever need a comical cop, I'll send for you. I'm defending this man, with your permission, Mason.
And with my profound gratitude, but with probably no fee.
Why isn't Marvin Fisher here to identify the suspect?
Because he didn't see who hit him.
Lieutenant, I think I can clear this all up.
Well, if Clarence Darrow here doesn't object...
Oh, you have no idea how interested I am.
I was with Mr. Mason in the park. He gave his necktie to a man he thought was a hobo. A few minutes later, a little girl on roller skates with a balloon on her head came up with a present for him from the hobo. The salt and pepper shakers.
A little girl with a balloon on her head. Yeah.
Would you mind telling me whether a complaint has been lodged against Mr. Mason?
What's he got to do with this anyway?
He's my lawyer.
And he's my fiancé.
Your fiancé? Then what are you doing in the park with this guy?
Well, I had to see him, and he was in the park. He eats there with the seals. And early this morning, a train arrived, an electric train for my little boy here from Mr. Mason.
Oh, the guy's broke, no job, but he buys a kid an electric train. Why?
Well, let's just say I felt like giving some kid a present, and I didn't know anybody else in New York.
Is that why you gave the hobo your necktie?
Oh, that. Well, I had just given Mr. Mason a new tie, the one he's wearing now.
Yes, it was under our tree. It was one of the presents she had for Carl.
You don't say.
The romantic relationships of the parties involved are entirely irrelevant.
Oh, I don't know. And why did he try to hide behind a rock when he saw Officer McCreary?
I wasn't hiding. I was,
Well?
Oh, you'll never believe this.
Well, go ahead. Try me.
I was feeding a squirrel. He's an orphan. He kind of depends on me.
Holy jumping reindeer, get this guy out of here.
You mean he's free to go?
I gotta let him go if he isn't planning to skip town.
Oh, I'm not. I've got a room, 220 Christopher Street.
Oh, now you got a room.
Well, just till I earn railroad fare, I've got a job out in Oregon.
Why don't you touch the counselor for your fare? I bet he'd be glad to get you a ticket just to get rid of you.
Now, look, Lieutenant.
Yeah, you look. This case is dismissed. Go on home.
Thank you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Believe it or not, Steve, it only looked like I was trying to send you to the chair.
You did fine, thanks.
And why don't you let me advance you that train fare?
Much obliged, Carl, but I couldn't think of it.
Why can't Steve come home with us now, Mom? And have dinner with us?
Well, I'm sure he has plans of his own, dear.
But how could he? He said he didn't know anybody but me. And besides, it costs a lot of money to eat in restaurants.
Thanks, Timmy. I'd love to, but I really can't.
But why, Steve?
Well, because I,
Yes?
Okay, I'll come.
And now, if no one has any objections, I'm going to make a little speech.
I ate too much turkey.
Yeah, so did I, but I'm going to make a speech just the same. Well, just a toast, I guess.
All right.
To you, Mother, and to the 35 years you've given to me. Every one of them good. Even the bad ones, because you were with me.
Why, Henry?
Carl, just be as happy with Connie as I've been with Mother. That's all.
No, Mr. Ennis, that's not all. This has been the happiest Christmas of my life. From now on, I'll have a wife and son, and if Connie will let me share them, a mother-in-law and a father-in-law. And you, Steve, well, we all wish you luck in your new job in Oregon, and we're happy that you're not alone this Christmas, but with us.
Yes, indeed.
Now it's your turn, Steve. You got to say something, too.
No, I passed, Timmy. I'm too full.
But that's not fair. You have to say something.
Well, you've all been very kind to me. You've taken me in, given me a great dinner, and there's really nothing for me to say except, after we've had dessert, of course, except thank you and goodbye. That's all I was going to say, but, well, you asked for it. Connie, I think Carl's one of the swellest guys I could ever hope to meet.
Well, here.
Fine.
But I think you ought to marry me.
I think we'd better go in the kitchen, Father.
Oh, yes, the dessert and coffee.
Honestly, Mr. Ennis, I don't think anybody wants that just now. Maybe it's wrong of me to speak this way in front of Timmy, but I don't see how it can do a boy any harm to know that two men love his mother. Maybe it's bad taste to speak in front of Carl, but would it be better if I sneaked around and tried to get Connie behind the kitchen stove? I don't think so. And if you think this is biting the hand that fed me, then look at my problem. I've walked out of Connie's life a couple of times now, and each time something brings me back. Lost packages, a train, a cop, accidents. I'm afraid I can't keep counting on accidents. If I walk out now, I'm sunk. I'll never see her again. The way I figure it, when a man's in love with a girl, he's got a right to ask her to marry him. Any girl. Anybody's girl. What do you say, Connie?
I think you'd better get your hat and coat.
Fair answer to a fair question. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
And that's that.
Yes, dear. And that's that.
In a few moments, we'll bring you Act 3 of Holiday Affair. I chose our guest tonight because we always like to see effort and sustained hard work pay off. Miss Kay Christopher, our charming starlet, is an Illinois girl, a graduate of Northwestern University. Of course, you majored in dramatics, Kay?
Oh, of course, Mr. Keeley. And I had 2 summer sessions at the University of Iowa. You know, they have a very splendid dramatic workshop there.
So, when you came to Hollywood, you weren't exactly a novice.
Well, that's what I thought at the time, but goodness, what an ordeal my first screen part turned out to be. Especially the day the director got so angry when I just couldn't seem to get a scene just right.
Yes, but you've been in many pictures since, so, well, you weren't too discouraged.
Oh, my, no. As a matter of fact, it made me much more determined. Oh, and incidentally, Mr. Keeley, Faith Domergue, who stars in RKO's Vendetta, spent years of study before she even attempted a screen role. Oh, she's a terrific actress, and very beautiful besides.
You know, she seems just right for the intensely dramatic part she plays. A proud young Corsican girl bent on the revenge of her father's murder.
You know, Vendetta fairly seethes with human emotions. And Faith Domergue has that dark, exciting kind of beauty that's just right in the mood of the story. Oh, and how gorgeous she is in those close-ups.
Everyone will agree with you there, Kay. Her dark hair and eyes certainly set off that Lux complexion of hers.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy, Faith is a Lux girl, like most Hollywood stars. And I certainly wouldn't neglect my daily Lux soap facial. And for a luxurious beauty bath, of course, the bath-size cake is just wonderful.
Yes, that big bath size makes a hit with women everywhere. The lather is so rich and creamy, even in hardest water. It's active lather, you know, that leaves skin feeling extra soft and smooth.
And that fragrance is so delightful, just like spring flowers.
A really subtle perfume that's a blend of many costly flower fragrances. Thank you, Miss Kay Christopher, for being here tonight. Now, here's a suggestion to all the ladies in our audience. Try Lux Toilet Soap in the generous satin smooth bath size. Depend on it for all over Lux loveliness, as famous screen stars do. Put this luxurious soap on your shopping list tomorrow. It makes a fine gift to slip in a Christmas stocking. Remember, 9 out of 10 screen stars use fragrant white Lux Toilet Soap. We pause now for station identification. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The curtain rises on Act 3 of Holiday Affair, starring Robert Mitchum as Steve and Lorraine Day as Connie. Well, it's the day after Christmas. Santa Claus has come and gone, and so has Steve Mason. And in Crowley's department store, a small boy with a large box has struggled through the crowds to Mr. Crowley's office.
Mr. Crowley. Oh, I beg your pardon, Mr. Crowley.
Emily, don't you know I'm listening to our radio program?
Yes, Mr. Crowley, but
This is Crowley and Company's meditation hour. 5 minutes more of this and I'll be fast asleep.
I'm sorry, sir, but one of our customers wants to see you.
Nothing doing. I hate customers.
Well, I think you'll want to see this one. He's roughly 7 years old. He seems to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, turn off the radio and send him in, Emily.
Come on in, Timothy. That's Mr. Crowley behind that desk.
Ah, young man. You have something in the box, I see. Possibly some belated Christmas gift for me?
No, sir. It's an electric train.
Oh, is that so? Well, I hope it hasn't proved unsatisfactory.
Well, I got 2 of them for Christmas. So please can I have my money back?
Well, now, let me see that train. What's this?
It got broken in the elevator, but I didn't do it. Honest.
No dramatics, boys. No dramatics. I hate dramatics. So you got 2 trains for Christmas, huh?
No. I'll tell you the truth.
Oh?
I only got this one train for Christmas. Steve got it for me. He's my friend. And he's real poor and he hasn't got a job. And he shouldn't have spent his money, and I want to give it back to him.
No tears, boy. It gets me all squishy, you know.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me this tale of woe from the beginning, huh?
Well, I guess it all started with my mother. Her name is Mrs. Ennis, and she worked for Fisher & Lewis. She's a comparison shopper.
Whoops.
Anyway, she came here to your store.
Connie, darling, please get hold of yourself. We've done everything we can.
But Carl, Timmy's been gone for hours now. Oh, where could he be? What could have happened to him?
Now, honey, you just can't go to pieces like this. The police have a full description of him. Why, he's probably
What about the hospitals? What if there's been an accident?
But there's been no report of an accident. Oh, Connie, now look, darling, it won't do any good just standing here and staring out of the window. Look, I'll go out again. Now, you can either come with me or better yet...
Carl, Carl, look. Down there on the street.
Oh, that's Timmy.
Getting out of that car.
But who's that man? And look, a chauffeur.
Timmy!
Mom, I'm back.
Timmy. Oh, darling, are you all right?
Well, sure.
Where have you been all afternoon?
And who was the man in that car?
Mr. Crowley, he's nice. He said wish he had a boy just like me instead of just his mother-in-law.
Mr. Crowley? You mean Mr. Crowley from Crowley's department store?
Yeah.
But that's miles from here, way downtown.
I know. I almost got run over and killed twice.
Oh, Timmy.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't.
But why did you go to Crowley's?
I took my train back.
Oh, but why, honey? You loved it so. Oh, my poor baby.
It cost too much. Steve hasn't got a job, and Mr. Crowley gave me the money back. Will you give the money to Steve, Mom? Please, Mom, he needs it.
Well, we don't know where he lives, Jimmy.
220 Christopher Street. Remember? He said so in the police station.
And tell him I didn't take the train back because I didn't like it.
We'll tell him, sweetheart. Oh, Carl, all of a sudden, I've got a big grown-up boy.
Well, this is it, honey. 220 Christopher Street.
Carl, you give him the money. I think I'd better wait out here.
You do? Connie, let's have a talk for a minute, huh? In the case of Connie Ennis versus Carl Davis, I'd like to offer certain facts and evidence.
I don't understand.
The party of the first part, Connie Ennis, although loved by the party of the second part for 3 long years, successfully did avoid the idea of marriage between them. However, upon the entrance of a stranger into her life, said Connie Ennis did immediately and suddenly consent to this marriage.
But there's no possible connection between...
Since meeting the stranger, Connie Ennis, normally calm and frank, becomes nervous and evasive.
Carla, I don't think I like that.
And upon a proposal of marriage from the stranger, a thing rarely insulting to women, she becomes outraged and orders him from her home.
Well, for your sake, I couldn't...
Nevertheless, having heard his address but once, she remembers it. Yet she's fearful of seeing him again.
I don't know why you're saying these things.
It's my business to recognize facts, Connie. I'm a lawyer.
And in 6 days, I'll be a lawyer's wife.
Will you? You know, I have a sneaking suspicion I ought to see if somewhere there isn't a girl who might be in love with me. Even a dumb, frowsy blonde who slops up the house and feeds me on canned beans.
Carl.
Now, go on in and give him the money. I'll wait 5 minutes. And if you don't find more interesting company, well, then we still have a date for dinner.
You're a wonderful person, Carl.
Yeah. Compliments will get you no place.
Come on in. Oh, it's you. Well, sit down. I'm just putting a pot of coffee on the burner.
Thank you, but I'm...
Oh, wait, I'll close the door.
The landlady said to keep the door open.
Let's worry her, huh?
I have $79.50, plus tax that belongs to you.
You know, I'm going to get sore if people don't quit chasing me around trying to give me money.
Well, this is from Timmy. He took the train back to Crowley's, all by himself.
But why would he do that? I thought he was crazy about it.
Well, he was. But he wants you to have the money.
What a kid. Everything else all right?
Well, everything else is fine.
Well, then it looks like a happy new year all around, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I can shake myself loose from this penthouse, grab the first cheap train to Oregon, and you and Carl will be getting set for your honeymoon.
Carl and I are not getting married.
Oh? Well, I guess that's my cue to propose again. But I'm not going to.
Nobody asked you to.
Wouldn't you like to know why?
Not particularly.
Well, I'll tell you anyway. Carl isn't the real threat to me, Connie. Maybe I'm not to him either. This isn't two fellows and a girl, you know. This is two fellows, a girl, and her husband. I can't fight a shadow. I tried. The competition's too tough. You were even going to play it safe and settle for someone you didn't love so you wouldn't be unfaithful to your husband.
Oh, you're always so wrong about me. I have a wonderful memory of a husband and a marriage. You're trying to take it away from me.
Nobody wants to do that. I don't, and I'm sure Carl doesn't. All anybody wants is for you to live in the present and not be afraid of the future. To quit pretending that something that's dead is still alive.
All right, if it'll make you any happier. I want everything just the way it is. Mrs. Status Quo. Just Timmy and I, no changes.
And all I want is a girl who'll drop everything and run to me, no matter what the score is.
Well, maybe you'll find her, Steve. Goodbye.
Here we go again. Always saying goodbye. I hope you'll find what you're looking for, Connie. Yes, and maybe something you're not looking for. Good luck.
Well, I'm back, Carl.
Well, what happened?
It seems everybody wants a frowsy blonde this year. Guess I'm just not the type.
Didn't you even put up a fight?
Oh, Carl, please take me home.
Sure. Sure, honey, I'll take you home.
And in a few more hours, it'll be a brand new Year, huh, Mom?
That's right, darling. But if we don't stop talking, I'm going to be late for my party.
Mom, what did that telegram say before?
Oh, just Happy New Year, dear.
From Grandpa and Grandma?
Well, no, it was from Steve. Now, where's my lipstick?
Here, I guess I had it. I was drawing some pictures.
Oh, fine.
Is that all the telegram said?
It said that he'll be wishing us a Happy New Year tonight on the train. He's finally going to Oregon. Now, go to bed when Mary tells you, dear.
Where's the party, Mom? Russ and Harriet?
Mm-hmm.
Going alone, huh? You don't have any fun anymore, huh?
Well, I've got you, haven't I? You're my fella.
Oh, sure, but heck, I'll be running out and getting married pretty soon.
Well, not tomorrow, anyway.
But when I do, you'll be all alone. I mean, what if I move away?
Well, where do you have in mind? Cairo or Baghdad?
Oh, there's lots of places. Oregon, for instance. Of course, I'd write you a lot, but what I mean is...
I know exactly what you mean. Boy, when you start growing up, you don't waste any time, do you?
What are you thinking about, Mom?
Well, since your plans are all made, maybe I ought to be thinking about my future. Come on, young man. You and I have things to do.
Huh? But I don't get it.
Well, I'll tell you all about it later. On our way to the station.
The railroad station? But I still don't get it.
Is there a Mr. Mason in this car? Mr. Mason, please. Steve Mason.
Oh, yes, conductor?
I have a note for you.
For me? Oh, thanks. We hope you like surprises, too, Connie and Timmy.
Car 269, Mr. Mason, Section D.
Thank you.
Steve. Well, I dropped everything, darling. I ran.
Gee, Steve, a real train's even better than an electric train.
Connie and Timmy. Well, what do you know? Look out the window, Timmy. You may see something interesting.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Can I turn around now? Are you through kissing? Uh-oh.
The curtain falls on Holiday Affair, and all our thanks to our stars for making this such a happy occasion. Robert Mitchum and Lorraine Day. Well, Bob, I suppose you're all set to play Santa to your two boys.
I sure am, Bill. But they're growing up awfully fast, you know. Jim's 9 and Chris is 7. They're regular giants.
Giants? Did you say giants? You're speaking of the men I love.
Lorraine, you literally live for the New York Giants, don't you?
Yes, Bill, from spring training through the baseball season.
But that goes from March clear through September. You ought to play on the team.
Just a minute, Bob. Our season goes through October. Next year, the Giants will be playing in the World Series.
My, such faith. You know, I bet she believes in Santa Claus.
I bet she does, too.
I certainly do. I have the New York Giants and Leo DeRocher. And what do you have?
Well, you can have Leo. I have Jane Russell in our new RKO picture, His Kind of Woman.
Well, to each his own. How about your children, Lorraine? I suspect they're Giant fans.
Well, my boy Chris certainly is. He has a miniature Giant suit and Leo DeRocher's number on the back of it.
Oh, how about your little girl, Michelle?
Oh, she's a Lux toilet soap fan, just like her mother. I tell her that if she uses it faithfully, she might be a starlet someday.
I'll bet on that. You know, the only thing that impressed my kids is that I was in a Hopalong Cassidy picture once. Now they want him for Christmas.
Well, I know they're all set to get wonderful presents. And we have one for them, too. Because next week, on Christmas night, we're presenting a storybook classic that grown-ups love as much as their children do. The wonderful tale that Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer turned into an enchanting musical, The Wizard of Oz. And as our star, playing her original role, the one and only Judy Garland. I'm sure you'll agree it's a wonderful Christmas present.
Yes, Bill, everyone will certainly love that. Good night.
Good night, Bill.
Good night and Merry Christmas.
Santa Claus is on his way, and here's a wonderful new idea for helping him trim your Christmas tree. Make a snow-like frosting with Lux Flakes. Your tree, your table decorations, too, will look as if they're covered with freshly fallen snow. It's easy to make, and even the children can put it on. Wonderfully inexpensive, too. Frost your tree before you put on lights and other trimmings. Christmas snow dries in a few hours, lasts as long as the tree. To make it, here's all you do. Just add 2 cups of lukewarm water to a box of Lux Flakes, whipped to a creamy consistency. Spread handfuls along the branches of your tree with your fingers. Buy an extra box of Lux Flakes tomorrow to trim your tree. Your dealer has complete printed directions for making Christmas snow with Lux Flakes.
Tonight is the beginning of Christmas week, a joyful time for renewing old friendships, strengthening family ties, and the American freedom to worship in your church. Our wish is not only for our America, but for the world, that soon the age-old promise will be fulfilled, peace on earth, goodwill toward men. On behalf of Lieber Brothers Company and all of us here in the Lux Radio Theater, may I wish all of you a joyous Christmas. Lieber Brothers Company, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday evening when the Lux Radio Theater presents Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. This is William Keighley bidding you good night.
Heard in our cast tonight were Gordon Giebert as Timmy and Wally Mayer as Carl. Our play was adapted by S.H. Barnett, and our music was directed by Rudy Schrager. This is your announcer, John Milton Kennedy, reminding you to join us again next Monday night to hear The Wizard of Oz, starring Judy Garland. Stay tuned for My Friend Irma, which follows over these same stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Of Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum invite you to enjoy life. Life with Luigi, a comedy show created by Cy Howard and starring that celebrated actor, Mr. J. Carroll Nash, with Alan Reed as Pasquale. Friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a typically American product that appeals to people of all ages and nationalities in all parts of our country. And the Wrigley people feel that Life with Luigi is a typically American radio program, a friendly, enjoyable show that sort of symbolizes the American spirit of tolerance and goodwill. So the makers of refreshing, delicious Wrigley Spearmint Gum are glad to bring you Life with Luigi each week and have you join them in this pleasant half-hour's entertainment. And now let's read Luigi's letter as he writes about his adventures in America to his Mama Vasco in Italy.
Dear Mamma Mia. And all the good Americans, they moving out of their houses and they start to live in one bigger place, sir. The apartment stores, sir. Mamma Mia, you should have seen the crowd, sir. Yesterday, I went to Sears and Roebuck to buy a 2-cent washer for my sink, which is leaking. 5 times I must start off to the hardware department. And 5 times the crowd is pushing me back to the ladies' house coats. But finally, I'm coming home with a 2-cent washer for the sink, which the clerk is a gift wrapped, tied with a pink ribbon and stamped done up and up before Christmas. Why does it turn out nice anyway? This Christmas, even my sink is going to be surprised with a present. Mamma Mia, yesterday I sent to you your Christmas present. A bread toaster. This is a wonderful American invention, but there's one thing I want to warn you about. Don't try to stuff the whole bread in at one time. Put in just 1 slice of bread and don't do nothing until you see the smoke come out. Then you take out the bread, scrape off the black part and eat. This is a taste almost as good as a plain bread that's stale. But at Christmas time, everybody has got a list with their friends' names on it. I'm going to get mine too. Everybody's name is on it. Except my countryman Pasquale, because for him I'm going to get something extra special. All year long I'm going to put away $1 a week in my bank's Christmas fund until now I'm going to get $50. Just for this big surprise for Pasquale. It's a wonderful surprise. And it's such a big secret, I'm going to hate even to tell him myself. But to you I'm going to tell them, Mamma Mia. You see, everybody is to get to somebody they got... Oh, wait, the Pasquale's are coming in my store now. I'm going to write to you later.
Luigi, my friend. Hello, Luigi. Hello.
Hello, Pasquale. Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you, too, little banana nose. Luigi, I know you're short of money, so don't get me nothing you can't pay out in the 12 easy installments.
All right, Pasquale. Pasquale, you finished with your Christmas shopping yet?
Luigi, how would you like to see television every night the next year?
No, Pasquale, you shouldn't.
Don't worry, I didn't.
Huh?
Luigi, I'm only teasing. I'm going to buy you a big, beautiful television set.
Oh, Pasquale, how wonderful.
And I'm not going to get you just a plain little 10-inch screen. No, this is going to have a big 20-inch screen. It's going to keep out all the flies.
Thank you, Pasquale.
Also, this set is going to have 100-foot electrical cord.
Yeah, but Pasquale, I'm got a little room. I don't need 100-foot electrical cord to reach the socket.
I forgot to tell you something, little cabbage puss. You're going to plug in the cord into your store, but the television set is going to play into my daughter Rosa's room.
Pasquale, you mean every time I'm going to watch my television set, I'm got to do it with your daughter?
That's right, you lucky pups, you.
Pasquale, if you don't mind, I'm rather listen to my radio.
That's the matter. Don't you think it's enough to see on the television?
Yeah, sure, Pasquale, but with your daughter Rosa in the room, who's going to be able to see it?
Oh, Luigi, will you stop with a fat talk? So what if my Rosa is a weight 250 pounds? It's not so big, it's all the way you look at it.
Pasquale, if you don't mind, I'm rather not to look.
Luigi, why don't you think about it and be fair? Remember, there's two sides to everything.
Two sides? Rosa's got more sides than a 4-way cold tablet.
Oh, Luigi, you're making me so mad. Reminding me after you give me my Christmas present, I should have never spoken to you again.
All right, Pasquale. Now, if you don't mind, please, I'm going to go to my night school.
All right, go, Luigi. Now, remember, don't go spending any money on me for Christmas. My waist is a 46 and my neck size is 19. Also, I'm liking to play cards. I could use a tray, automatic shuffle, and 2 plastic decks. That's for when I play canasta.
All right, Pasquale. Goodbye. I'm going to see you later.
Goodbye. Little pumpkin head. Where is he going to get the money to buy any good presents anyway? He's always got to come to me for money. I'm his private little marshal plan. Hey, what's this he's left behind? Little envelope. I'm no like it to peek. If wants to peek on me. Hey, what's this? $50. Oh, he's do something behind my back. Let's see what he's writing on this paper. Christmas list. Well, my name must be on the top. Mrs. Spaulding. Schultz, Horowitz, Olson. He must be saving me for the last. Mailman, Rosa, window cleaner, Officer Flanagan, and Tommy the newsboy, Jake the pickle man. He's left me out. $50. He's hid away from me, and he's left me out. Me, he's a guardian in America. When he's come here from Italy, I give him his first pair of shoes, his first haircut, his first comic book. And when he's not going to read it, I help him out. I got somebody to read it to him. No present for Pasquale, huh? Well, I'm going to show him this list. And this money I ain't going to keep. And I'm just going to hold it for him till Christmas. Christmas of 1999.
All right, class. Quiet, please. I'll call the roll. Mr. Basco?
Here.
Mr. Horowitz?
Yeah.
Mr. Olson? Mr. Schultz? Mr. Schultz, are you supposed to be Santa Claus?
That's what my wife's relatives think. Come on, dancer. Come on, dancer.
Mr. Schultz, enough of that, and stop cracking your belts.
All right. Down, Hickok. Smile, Miss Spaulding. It's just the Christmas spirit. Here's a present I bought for you. Some voodoo perfume.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Schultz.
Miss Spaulding, I brought you something, too.
Yeah, now here's my gift to Miss Spaulding.
I brought you something also.
Ooh, what a bunch of copycats.
Well, class, it's wonderful. I can't find the words.
Who cares, just so long as you don't find the price tag. Hey, shoot, so how what's us in here? I'm going to brought you some little things too.
Thank you, Luigi. Thank you very much.
Well, should I do it to him now?
Sure, go ahead. Give it to him. Go ahead.
All right. Luigi, we all got together yesterday after class, and, we all talked about you and what a nice little fellow you was, and, but we shipped in, and here's your Christmas present, and that's all. Merry Christmas.
Oh, friends, what a wonderful present. This is the most beautiful fountain pen I'm ever owned. This is the only fountain pen I'm ever owned. And Mamma mia, look, a gold top and a beautiful inside.
Luigi, go ahead, read the inscription that we wrote to you on the pen.
Your Luigi, and it comes straight from the heart.
All right, I'm reading. 14 karat gold filled.
Luigi, you are reading the point. Here on the cap you read.
Oh. With the sincere friendship of Christmas in 1950. Oh, class, that's so beautiful. And I can't think of any other words that you could have added.
More words? Say, if we added any more words, you'd have ended up with 2 fountain pens.
Luigi, we're glad you liked it. It was just a slight return for the present you got us.
Luigi, what did you get for Pasquale?
Well, for Pasquale, I'm getting something extra special. You see, he's the one who's brought me to this country. This wonderful country, America. And you see, well, he's a watch over me all the time, so I'm getting him big surprise.
A wallet?
A what?
A necktie.
A noose?
No, class, none of those things. It's a surprise and
give us a hint anyhow.
Well, it's something Pasquale not going to touch, smell, or feel. He's not going to keep it, but once he's got it, he's not going to exchange it.
Stop, Luigi, you're getting us all for shimmel. Come on, Luigi, you just got our curiosity all around.
What are you going to give Pasquale?
Well, yesterday I went to the bank, took out the money, and I said it to myself, what am I going to get a Pasquale that's different? Something that nobody has ever gave anybody before.
Aha, so you're getting him a shrunken mummy head, huh?
Mr. Schultz, please stop interrupting and let Mr. Basco finish.
Well, anyway, I took the money and Mamma mia!
Something wrong, Mr. Basco?
Wait. Hey, Pasquale's a Christmas money. It's a missing. I lost it.
Luigi, wait. Let's look in all your pockets.
Yeah, but
and try to think where you might have left it.
No, I'm left it in no place. I'm lost it. That's terrible. Please, Miss Spaulding, you excuse me. I'm gotta go look for it.
Certainly, Mr. Basco.
Luigi, don't take it so hard. Smile, that's only money. Though you lost it, what are you going to do? Jump off the bridge? How much money did you lose?
$50.
$50? Luigi, move over and I'll jump off with you.
Before we return to Life with Luigi, here's a suggestion that'll add to your family's Christmas fun and enjoyment. While you're doing the rest of your Christmas shopping, include some packages or a box of healthful, delicious Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum. Hang a few glistening packages of Wrigley Spearmint on your tree. They're white, red, and green, and they'll give your tree an added attractive touch of holiday color and cheer. Slip a few packages of Wrigley Spearmint into Christmas stockings, too. They'll delight the children. And Wrigley Spearmint is a wholesome, refreshing treat for your family to enjoy after those big holiday meals. So for extra holiday enjoyment that costs very little, remember to get a supply of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. And now let's turn to page 2 of Luigi Basco's letter to his mother-in-law.
And so, Mamma mia, is no use even to tell you what the wonderful present I was going to get for Pasquale. Because I was lost the $50 I was saving for it. All night long I'm looking the streets with my searchlight. I'm going to find the $50. And I'm going to have a fight with the 2 people in a parked car. Also, in my house, I'm going to look all over under my rug, in the flower pot, in the chandelier. And all I'm found is a dust of 2 flowers and a lamp that's no working. Also, I'm going to push away all the furniture, sweep up all the floors, the dust under the couch and the bed. I'm going to find the money, Mamma mia. But today, I'm got the cleanest house or room in Chicago. Mamma mia, I'm not got the heart to look at the Pasquale. Right now, I'm seeing it through my window. And he's talking to Rosa, and he's very mad. Yeah, I'm going to just imagine what he's saying to her about me.
Rosa, stop eating for a minute. I want to talk to you.
All right, Papa.
Rosa, who's the best friend Luigi's ever had?
You, Papa.
Yes, and who's treated him better, fairer than anybody else in the country?
You, Papa.
Yes. And who's it turned out to be a rotten, ungrateful jackass?
You, Papa.
Yes. For this, I send you to school. Can't you say nothing but you, Papa? Go back to you, Papa. Rosa, from now on, we're through with Luigi. Don't ever associate with him. Don't go near him. And don't ever let me see you thinking about him.
Can I marry him, Papa?
Not even that. Rosa, if he was to come back to you on his hands and knees, what would you say to him?
Luigi, you want to play piggyback?
I'm so mad with him, he's never going to get it back as a $50. Some Christmas list he's had. Presents for everybody, even a Jake and a pickle man. But for me, nothing. This is not the present so much. I wouldn't have cared if he was to give me a cheap 29-cent necktie. The same one I gave him last year. Ooh, I'm so mad at him, I'm going to cut him out of my will.
Papa, you got a will?
I'm going to make one just so I can cut him out.
Papa, maybe Luigi just forgot about you.
No, it's impossible. I've been a-hinting since the Thanksgiving. God, huh? Rosa, mind the stall. I'm going to talk with that little pup squeak. Can't stand this. I've got to find out why he's left me out of his Christmas list. He'd better have a good reason, or else I'm going to break his neck. Hello, Luigi.
Hello, Pasquale. Merry Christmas.
That all depends. What are you looking so sad about? You did something you're sorry for, maybe?
Pasquale, I'm lost little white envelope. Maybe you was found it?
Absolutely not, that I can prove it with 6 witnesses.
I'm a believer you, Pasquale.
Luigi.
What?
You, didn't forget anything lately, huh?
Forget it?
Yes, you know, it's the season now for Santa Claus. People are being generous. Fill the stockings over the fireplace.
Pasquale, I'm sorry, but...
Don't about me no buts. Luigi, all year long you've been crying about that broken down old radio you got that's always blowing the tubes. So yesterday I went out to the bought you something.
A new radio?
No, 3 new tubes. That was going to be your present, including a few other things I was going to get you. But now you can forget them.
Pasquale, please listen.
After all, a fellow who's a forget, I'm alive.
Yeah, but Pasquale, Hey, I didn't forget you.
Huh? You got something for me, Luigi? You save it for a surprise.
Yeah, Pasquale. Yeah, here's your present and a Merry Christmas.
Oh, Luigi, what a beautiful fountain pen.
Yeah.
Look, a gold cap, 14 carats point, and it's a writing on it.
Yeah.
With a sincere friendship, Christmas of 1950. Luigi, I gotta apologize to you. I had you all wrong.
Oh, well, it's all right, Pasquale. As long as you're happy now.
Luigi, I can't tell you how happy I am. But now you did me a favor. I'm going to do you a little favor.
Pasquale, please, no roses.
Roses, not the roses. There's something else. Luigi, when you left the store yesterday, I was standing there, and suddenly...
Luigi, my fellow boob.
Hello, Schultz.
A smile, Luigi. A Merry Christmas to everybody, even you, Pasquale.
Merry Christmas to Mr. Delicatessen, the man.
Luigi, I never got a chance to really thank you for that little wallet you gave me for a present.
That's right, Schultz. You're in a good health.
I love that little secret compartment inside where you can hide some money, you know. You know, that's really very tricky. It took my wife 10 minutes to find it. Smile, everybody. Be like me, always laughing. My rheumatism is killing me. Anyway, Luigi, thanks for the wallet. It's too bad that you didn't find your money.
Schultz, I want to talk to you.
No, just a second, Luigi. Pasquale, it's too bad that Luigi couldn't get your present this year.
No.
What are you talking about? The Luigi would never forget his best of friends.
No, sure. Pasquale, I was...
Schultz, Luigi is giving this for me. That's a very expensive present.
Himmeling, that's the very same fountain pen the class gave you, Luigi.
What?
Yeah, sure. Hey, I'm like it so much, I'm one out and I got the same one for Pasquale.
Aha. And where's yours, Luigi?
Well, mine is, well, you see, Schultz, on the way home from school, I'm lost mine.
Oh, you did, huh? Then tell me this, Luigi. How could you buy Pasquale a fountain pen if you lost the $50?
Luigi, you mean that you couldn't buy me a present when you lost the money? So you gave me the fountain pen the classes gave you?
Merry Christmas, Pasquale.
Luigi, why didn't you tell him why you didn't give him a present? Pasquale, do you know that this little Wiener Schnitzel has been saving $1 a week from his lunches and car fares just so he could prepare a big surprise for you?
Luigi, you was going to spend all the $50 on me. Well, what could you buy? A suit, a coat, the shoes, a down payment on an automobile?
No, Pasquale, it wasn't nothing like it. That wasn't nothing you could wear or eat or play with. Was it something for the heart?
Well, what? Tell us already.
To me, Christmas is not just the giving of things. Well, is for the spirit. Peace on earth, goodwill toward the man. And Pasquale, if what I was going to give you would have made you feel that way, that would have been a real Christmas present.
Luigi, where is this present? Maybe if you was certainly to find the money, you could still buy it.
No, Pasquale, it isn't that in the story. You see, I went to the church, and I said to Father Carney, I'm going to be glad to give the church $50 if on a Christmas night you little boys of choir with the beautiful voices was it to come and sing outside of Pasquale's restaurant.
Little boys of choir?
Yeah.
Ach, Luigi, only you could think of a thing like that.
Yeah, but, what's the use? I was supposed to be there this morning, but I didn't have the money. I'm sorry, Pasquale. Hey, Pasquale, where you going?
I'm going to kill myself.
What?
Luigi, I'm the worst rat that's ever crawled on the face of this earth. You see, I was the one that found the... Luigi, what's that?
Hey, Pasquale, that's the little boy's choir. Yeah, there was a come anyway. And there's a Father Carney.
Open the doors. Let's hear.
Yeah, listen.
Maria, gratia plena, Ave, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus
Connie, that was beautiful. Yeah, but I'm not expected you to come. I'm gonna bring you the money.
Luigi, the church never asks for money in advance.
In advance? But, Father, I'm no got to nothing. You see, I was lost.
Luigi, look, under the table.
What? Envelope? Hey, it's looking like my envelope. Wait a minute. I'm going to look inside. Yeah, there's the money inside. Yeah, my money. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
You see, Luigi, you found your money after all.
Yeah, but Father, how is it possible? Was only 50 in the envelope, and there's 100.
Luigi, it's Christmas time. A miracle can happen.
Yeah, Pasquale. But, I'm a wonder who's made the miracle. And Pasquale has got his Christmas present after all. And I'm finished with this letter to you with my brand new fountain pen. Pasquale is the one who writes some extra words on it, like, you best friend Pasquale, and, but it shoots is in a letter. So now is a pen and a pencil set. Mamma mia, maybe you're thinking it to yourself. What my present was meant to Pasquale. Well, I'm going to tell you. After everybody is went away, the father, the choir, Schultz, everybody. I'm looked at the empty envelope and I'm said it to Pasquale. Pasquale, you made the miracle. And Pasquale has said it to me. No, Luigi, you did it. It's to take a miracle to make a miracle. Merry Christmas, Mamma Mia.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you've enjoyed tonight's Christmas episode of Life with Luigi, and they'd like to remind you that with Christmas just ahead, you'll want to have an extra supply of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum in your house. A few colorful packages of Wrigley's Spearmint to hang in your Christmas tree, some to put in the children's stockings, and some to pass around before and after those hearty holiday meals. Remember, Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is an ideal treat to top off a meal because chewing Wrigley's Spearmint aids digestion, sweetens the breath, and freshens the taste. So when you're doing your final Christmas shopping this week, include a supply of healthful, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Wrigley's Spearmint will add to your family's fun and enjoyment during the holidays. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum invite you to listen next week at this time when Luigi Basco writes another letter to his Mama Basco in Italy. Life with Luigi is a Cy Howard production and is directed by Mr. Howard. Mac Benoff writes the script with Lou Dermott. J. Carol Nash is starred as Luigi Basco with Alan Reed as Pasquale, Jody Gilbert as Rosa, Hans Conried as Schultz, Mary Shipp as Miss Spaulding, Joe Forte as Horowitz, and Ken Peters as Olson. And featuring the Robert Mitchell Choir Boy. Music is under the direction of Bud Russell. Bob Stevenson speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
DuPont Cavalcade of America sends Christmas greetings. This is Bill Hamilton. Once again, as is our custom during the Christmas season, Cavalcade presents the DuPont Chorus. This Yuletide program comes to you from the stage of the Playhouse in Wilmington, Delaware. Tonight, our chorus, 116 men and women of the DuPont Company, directed by Frank J. Clark, send you the best wishes of the season from DuPont with a program of Christmas carols. Later in this program, Mr. Crawford H. Greenwald, president of the DuPont Company, will speak. The DuPont Chorus begins its program with one of the oldest Christmas anthems, Adeste Fidelis, especially arranged by our director, Frank Clark.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem, to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Sing choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Sing for ye citizens of heaven above. Oh, glory, glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him.
Christmas carols come to us from the hearts of people all over the world. The men and women who are singing these carols for you tonight work in the DuPont laboratories, DuPont offices, and DuPont plants. A cross-section of the company which brings you better things for better living through chemistry. We hear the DuPont chorus now in the tender, age-old story of Joseph and Mary seeking refuge in Bethlehem that first Christmas Eve. The lovely carol, Joseph Came Seeking a Resting Place. Here's a traditional carol sung in the vicinity of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, by the Amish people at their Christmas festivals. Carol of the Hills. We take special pride in our next number. It was composed for this program by Arden and Helen Cornwell. Each week, Mr. Cornwell composes the music for the DuPont Cavalcade of America. The DuPont Chorus brings you the premiere performance of Arden and Helen Cornwell's Christmas, Oh Christmas.
Oh Christmas, oh Christmas, glad day of joy on earth. Oh Christmas, day of Jesus' birth.
You are listening to the DuPont Cavalcade of America, presenting the DuPont Chorus in a program of Christmas carols coming to you from the stage of the Playhouse in Wilmington, Delaware. And now we are to hear from Mr. Crawford H. Greenwalt, President of the DuPont Company.
Once again, it is my privilege to talk to the many friends of the DuPont Company, and especially to the 85,000 men and women of our immediate family. During the past year, their efforts have resulted in a record output of our products. And in that measure, they have contributed to the strength and well-being of our country. The DuPont Company is its people. Its accomplishments are their accomplishments. For their loyalty and teamwork, for their contributions to this successful year, I thank them most sincerely. Peace on earth, goodwill toward men, is the spirit of Christmas and indeed the watchword of all Christian people. But the world today seems far from that goal. The doctrine of communism has arisen to strike at the very heart of Christian teaching. Its disciples seem bent on using armed force to compel mankind to adopt its evil principles. Shall men be free, or shall men be slaves? To try to settle that question may plunge us into another world war and involve us all in great suffering and sacrifice. Grave as the issues are, I see no cause for yielding to pessimism and fear. Our great country stands as a symbol to the accomplishment of men of goodwill. In its long history, there have been times of stress fully as serious as those facing us today. Each crisis has been surmounted, each battle won by a united people with abiding faith in divine guidance and the dignity of man. That faith is our strongest weapon, and with it I know we can prevail, whatever the forces that are ranged against us. Let us give thanks this Christmas season for our heritage of freedom, for the blessings it has brought us. Let us face all problems with confidence and calm determination. Let us so conduct ourselves that we may preserve that heritage for our nation, for our children, and for the oppressed peoples of the world. That is our privilege, our obligation, and our opportunity. A Merry Christmas to you all.
The DuPont Cavalcade of America continues this Christmas program as the DuPont Chorus sings an old carol taken from a nativity pageant enacted by medieval guilds in England. The Coventry Carol. Now a modern and rollicking arrangement of that popular and mirthful carol of the Yuletide, Jingle Bells.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. bells we go, laughing all the way. The bump bell ring, making spirits bright. Bright, the fun is to ride and sing a sleigh song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. Oh, little jingle bells, dashing through the snow. There's no moping when you're in an open sleigh. Everyone's so gay, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, 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 ring. Dashing through the crashing snow, temperature is 10 below. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride over hill and countryside in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells.
To complete this holiday program, the DuPont Chorus turns to the angelic carol that takes us to the Christ child and to the manger at Bethlehem. Pietro Jan's tribute to the wonder and majesty of the Nativity. Jesu Bambino.
The
been the DuPont Cavalcade of America's presentation of the DuPont Chorus, sending Christmas greetings to you from the stage of the Playhouse in Wilmington, Delaware. The DuPont Chorus of 116 voices is under the direction of Frank J. Clark. We hope you've enjoyed these carols with their words of inspiration and good tidings as the expression of heartfelt Christmas greetings from the men and women of the DuPont Company.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Bristol Vista Post Office, loaded down with Christmas mail, has signed up some extra men with cars this morning to deliver packages. And standing in line awaiting final instructions, we find a man who is alert and eager. A man who is ambitious and hard-working. And right between them, a man who is Mr. McGee of Fibber, McGee and Molly.
You stay outside the railing there now, Molly. This is for employees only.
I still can't see why I can't stand in there with you. My goodness, I'm not going to bother him.
It's the regulations, postal rules. Here comes the postmaster.
All right, but my goodness.
All right, ma'am. Attention, please. Everybody set? Number 7 here?
Yeah.
Number 12?
Yeah.
Number 14? 14. Where's the extra man for route 14?
That's you, McGee. You're number 14.
Here, sir. Here, sir, number 14. Fibber McGee, extra part-time carrier of the United States Mail Special Delivery Department, reporting for duty, sir.
All right. Got your bag with you, McGee?
Here, sir.
My gosh, he don't mean you, Molly. He means my mail bag for small packages.
Oh.
Yes, sir, I'm ready, sir. My car is outside.
Good. Are you loaded?
Never touch a drop, sir.
He means is your car loaded, McGee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The packages are all loaded, sir.
All right. Now, you men know the regulations. Remember, no fare peeking into loose packages. No parcel marked fragile shall be dropped more than twice. And no passengers are allowed in your car.
You hear that, Molly? You might as well go home. No passengers can ride with me.
I'll drive. You can be the passenger because...
And here's a new regulation about dogs. It says, and I quote, if any dog shall bite a mail carrier 3 times, we shoot the carrier. All right, man. Hit the road. Hit the road.
Come on. This delivering packages is fun, McGee. I'm glad I came with you, even if it is against the rules, because they really have...
Here's our next stop. You gotta get them brakes fixed. 1422 Oak Street. Give me that brown package there. Thanks.
You know, I just love Christmas week, McGee. I mean, everyone feels so good. The way their faces light up when you hand them a package.
Yeah, what do you want, McGee? Oh, hi, Jim. A package for you, boy. Sign here. Okay.
And a very Merry Christmas week to you, sir.
Yeah, what's merry about it? Taxes going higher, inflation coming, weather's lousy. Everything stinks if you ask me.
Well, who was that?
Jim Kevel. He's the head of the Optimist Club. Likes to relax when he's off duty. The next stop is Ole Swenson's house because the top package is for Ole Swenson. So get in the car.
I hope you got a package for Dr. Gamble, too, because look who's coming. Dr. Gamble. Oh. Hello, Dr. Gamble.
Well, this is a nice surprise, Molly. Hello. And good day to you, Clodhead.
Hi, Satchel Searcher. What are you doing out in the middle of the day? Trying to drum up a few acapella decadents for Christmas? You never heard of that?
You know very well Dr. Gamble never operates unless he has to.
Oh, no. Did you know, kiddo, that at this time of year, Doc's hospital patients won't even go to sleep at night till they face the label on their shelves first?
What kind of a label?
Do not open till Christmas.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Yeah, sure. It's a funny idea, though, ain't it?
Very. If you had a label on you, Lump Rump, it would read Parcel Post.
Parcel Post?
Yes, he's a fourth-class male.
Speaking of mail, Balloon Bottom, I think I got a package for you down underneath that stack someplace. I'll drop it off at your house when it comes up on my roof.
Yeah? Hey, that must be my new stethoscope, McGee.
Huh?
I've been waiting for that for weeks. Dig it out for me, will you?
I can't, Fatso. I got them packages.
Oh, come on. I need it. Look, I'll find it myself, McGee. Which side is it on? This
No,
side?
I don't know. Don't open that car door because that back seat package car tighter than... No, don't.
Heavenly days, just like home.
Stupid. Now, help me pick them up, Molly. Quick. Come on back.
Gamble, you big... Oh, here it is, my new stethoscope. Just drop it off at my house, McGee. I don't want to lug it around all day.
Here's Ole's house. Gotta get them brakes fixed. You got Ole's package?
I did have till you made that three-point landing. Oh, yes, here's a couple of parcels for this block. The old-timer and...
Now, bring them all. Come on. Ole first.
Say, this package is from Sweden, McGee. Must be smorgasbord.
Yeah?
It's shaped like a 2x4. You know, smorgasbord, 2x4?
Yeah, I got it. Merry Christmas.
Hello, Ole.
Well, hello, missus. Hello, McGee. Joyous Yuletide.
Say, Ole, I got a package for you. Got a package from Sweden. Sign here.
Oh, thanks, McGee. Well, I see mittens come from Mama again. Every year, Mama sends mittens from Sweden.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of her, Ole.
Oh, sure. Mama thanks you, all right, but her needle is stuck.
Huh?
10 years ago on her birthday, I telephoned her. I said, "School, Mama." And so she sends mittens. 63 pair we got now.
Well, that's very interesting, Ole, but I'm pretty busy today, boy. Post office. Christmas rush, you know.
Oh, I know what you mean, McGee. I worked in the Stockholm post office on Christmas myself. I tell you, we were snowed under.
With mail?
No, that's snow. When it snows in Sweden, it just snow.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard to carry the mail, though.
That's all.
I remember one time we had a big snowstorm, and I... No.
No shoes?
No, you snowed snow, McGee. When it snows in Sweden, it just snows snow. So me and my brothers, we work all day, sometimes cleaning off the sidewalk with them big scoops, those big...
Snow shovel?
No, it just snows snow. When it snows in Sweden...
Yeah, well, you told us, Ole. It's snow. See, is your wife home? I'd like to say hello to her if she is.
Snow, she went shopping today, Master. Took all the kids out of the house. Listen.
I don't hear a sound, Ole.
That's what I mean. Pete, ain't that wonderful? I didn't invite you in, Mrs., but I'm having too much fun. Merry Christmas, both you fellas.
So long. Well, we got no time to visit anyhow. Well, come on, Molly. Whose is that package?
The old-timer. Right over here.
Oh.
It's from a Mr. Two-Gun Tadley.
Two-Gun... Oh, hi, old-timer.
Oh, hello there, kids. Hi, daughter. Hi, Johnny.
Hello, Mr. Old-Timer.
Merry Christmas 6 days early to you, kids. Come in.
We can't, old-timer. We just brought you a package.
I seen you coming up the walk with it, Johnny. I says to myself, a Christmas present for me, I says. Oh, you shouldn't have done it, kids.
Well, we didn't done it.
Well, don't stand outside. Come on in and set a spell.
We can't. You see, we're delivering.
Well, have to excuse the looks of my room, daughter. Clothesline and all.
Oh.
I was just wrenching out a few dainties.
I see you. That's quite a washing you got hung up here, boy. 4 shirts, 3 socks, 6 pipe cleaners. Sweater, 2 pairs of red. My gosh, you still wear them things, old-timer?
All the time, Johnny, except when I'm asleep.
That's all.
Some fellas sleep in them, but, well, here, let me part them so you can get into the room, kids. Just walk in between them. There.
My goodness, I didn't know anybody wore red suspenders anymore, except firemen. This is a nice place you have here, I think.
Well, glad you like it, daughter. Sit down.
Where?
Well, sit here on the windowsill. Let me move them mineral oil bottles over. Oh, you kids bringing me a Christmas present 6 days early so I'd have plenty of time to buy you one. It kind of chokes me up.
But look, I got news for you, old-timer. The present is not from us. Look, it says on the package, it's from a Mr. Two-Gun Tadley in Tucson. You know him?
Two-Gun Tadley? Do I know him? Oh, good old Uncle Toogie. Now, give me it, Johnny. I've been waiting for that package since Thanksgiving.
Watch it now. It's a little heavy.
Oh, give it here, Johnny.
Right,
Uncle Toogie makes this out of cactus juice. And whoa!
Look at that. Oh, dear.
My gosh, I told you not to.
Well, kids, all I can say is Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Christmas isn't here yet.
Kids, for me, Christmas has come and went.
Billy Mills, the orchestra, and Flick. My gosh, I'm getting wore out. This job ain't quite the snap I thought it was. How many packages we got rid of so far?
Well, as near as I can figure, dearie, we've rung 37 doorbells so far and delivered 4 packages.
On average.
You know, we should have brought an extra car just to put packages back in. Ours is getting overloaded, dearie.
Oh, darn it, what's the matter with these people?
I don't know, but look, here's a big box for Mr. Wilcox. Maybe he'll take it.
Well, he better take it. Hey, boy, that's heavy. You sure you can manage it? I'll ring the bell for you.
No bother, I can ring it with my elbow.
Let's hit the back door and save time. Harlow will be out in the kitchen baking Christmas cookies with the pet milk recipe.
How did you know that?
A postal employee, Tootsie, is expected to know everything.
Come in. I'm in the kitchen baking Christmas cookies, my pet milk recipe.
See what I mean?
Amazing. Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Well, hi, Molly. Hi, pal. Come here.
A package for you, Junior. Sign right here. Set it down, Molly.
Well, glad you stopped by, kids. Here, let me get the flour off my hands. Just baking a batch of cookies. They're from a Mary Lee Taylor recipe. And, boy, it's so simple, even a man can bake them.
Sign right here, Junior. This is where you sign.
Oh, holiday cookies. They're wonderful. But aren't you going to need a little more flour on that board, Mr. Wilcox? They'll stick if you don't.
Oh, not the way I make them. They won't stick. You see, when I stir in this good double-rich pet evaporated milk, the milk that all good cooks use to make their favorite family dishes especially delicious.
Sign this.
Why, then I put some more flour on the board and they don't stick.
Sign for the package, Junior. Here's the receipt.
Say, you know what I do, Mr. Wilcox? I always mix the shortening and the sugar first.
Oh, those are just details, Molly. It's when you stir in this good, wholesome, rich-flavored pet milk that you really start getting someplace.
Sign it.
Pet milk on the pantry shelf is the sign of a wise cook.
Speaking of sign, Junior, do it here, will you? Sign the thing.
Now, just a minute, dearie.
Well, I want...
do you have cookies in the oven, Mr. Wilcox? Because it's pretty high, and
Yikes! I got talking about pets and forgot them. Wow! Hot.
Watch it. Those pans will burn you.
Yeah, and speaking of Pansel, Junior, take this Pansel and sign this receipt.
Yes, sir, like I always say, pet milk not only makes rich, creamy pies and delicious candy and cookies, but it packs all your family dishes full of nourishing milk substance. And that's why pet milk is just about the best. It is.
Hey, Milky.
Yes, pal.
You want this package or not?
Who's it for?
You.
Me?
Yes.
Gee.
Sign.
Where?
Line.
There?
Right.
Right. And look, kids, just remember one thing.
Yes?
You use pet milk in all your holiday cooking, you'll be so happy you'll...
Happy Yule to you, too, Mr. Wilcox.
Oh, come on, let's go to his house. You got the package for Rick?
Yes. It's addressed to his wife, and I hope she's home because I've never met her.
Well, me either. Just lucky, I guess, but this time I hope I do get...
Oh, hello there, Mr. Wimple.
Hello, folks.
Got a package here, Wimp. It's addressed to Mrs. Wallace Wimple. She'll have to sign for it.
Mrs. Wallace? Oh, that's Sweetie Face, my big old wife.
Is she home, Wimp?
No, she's downtown shopping, Mr. McGee, for a new punching bag.
Oh, a punching bag. Is that a Christmas gift for you, Mr. Wimple?
Well, in a sense it is, yes. She'll start using it now instead. She says I'm getting so bony she keeps cutting her knuckles on me.
Pretty sharp character, are you, Wimp?
I have my point. Oh, dear, I was working on a Christmas poem today.
Oh, a Christmas poem. Read it to us, Mr. Wimple.
Well, all righty. It's called It's Pop.
It's Pop?
Yes. It goes... It's Pop who trims the Christmas tree while Mom spends all day shopping. He trims it gay and trims it bright while colored bulbs keep popping. But Christmas time, I think, was meant for children and for women, because when the Christmas bills come in, it's Pop who gets the trimming. Bye, folks.
Merry Christmas.
Well, we're getting nowhere fast, dearie.
You said it.
Who's next?
Latrivia's house, right across the street here. Give me that big package on top. I got it.
Watch the curb.
Yeah.
That's it. Up the steps. Good.
Okay, ring the bell, will you? This is kind of heavy.
Wait. There's a little card stuck in the bell button. It says bell out of order. Please use knocker. Signed Mayor Latrivia.
Oh.
Hello there, Mr. Mayor.
Well, hello, Molly and McGee. Hi, Latriv. What's the matter with the doorbell, boy? I could probably fix it with a bobby pin.
No, McGee, no, thank you, just the same. Nothing really.
You had to fix it?
No, it just won't stop ringing once it starts, so we don't use it. Come in, both of you.
Well, thanks, Latriv, but I can't. I got a package for you. Special delivery. Sign right here.
Who is the package from, McGee?
Oh, I don't know, but it's to you, so just sign.
Well, I've learned to be a little cautious about accepting packages that come anonymously.
Oh, well, this one came parcel post, Mr. Mayor.
This package is not for me. This is addressed to F.R. Agile.
That's fragile.
I knew you'd know it, but I didn't think McGee would.
Oh, patooey. Guess I know a fragile sign when I see it. Yeah. Go ahead and sign the receipt, Latriv. I'll take a look at your doorbell button here.
No, don't fool with that.
Sometimes if you just rap them with your fist, you loosen up. Just give it a few...
Oh, dear.
Sticks, don't it?
Oh, great Scott. Now I'll have to crawl under the house again and tear the wires loose. Merry Christmas, Molly, and excuse me.
Okay, hey, you forgot the package.
Put the package back in the car, dearie. You know, this the whole thing is getting awful silly.
You said it.
Who's next?
That kid across the street, Tina. Come on. This package is from some doll company. Maybe if we twist her arm, she'll sign
Ring
for
the
it.
bell, dearie. I hope this one is right.
Don't worry. I'm bigger than Teeny is, and she'll take this package if I have to beat her over the head with it.
Hi, Mister. Hi, Miss McGee.
Package for you, sis.
Hello, Teeny.
Sign right here, and we'll be on.
Oh, boy. Please come in, mister. We've been waiting for you all day.
Well, I got no time to come in, Teeny. I'm busy, and I'm beat.
Oh, gee, mister. Did you forget what day this is?
What do you mean?
This is the day me and Kenny and Buddy and Ratty and Johnny always sing the night before Christmas for you.
Oh, well, now, don't start crying, sis. With a little push, I'll cry myself. I'm bushed, wore out, pooped, disgusted, and no mood for music. How I ever got into this mailman racket, I'll never understand.
And neither does the post office, McGee, but it won't happen again.
Huh?
Why, it's the postmaster, McGee.
Oh, hi.
I've been watching you all day, McGee, breaking regulations.
Huh?
This woman has been going around with you, hasn't she?
Certainly I have. I've been going around with him since 1918. And if my folks couldn't stop me then, no stranger's going to stop me.
Hush. What are you going to do, Master?
The only thing I can do, McGee, you're discharged. As of now, I'll take your packages.
You know something, Bud?
What?
That's the nicest thing that's been said to me all day.
Yes, and a very Merry Christmas to you, too, sir.
Help yourself to the packages, Bud. Oh, boy, do I feel wonderful. Teeny, boy, go ahead and sing.
It snowed last night.
The Harold Perry Show. And now, Harold Perry as Honest Harold, the homemaker. Well, there's a white mantle of snow over the little town of Melrose Springs, and the air is cold and frosty. But there's warmth and good cheer in the hearts of young and old alike, for Christmas is only 2 days away. Let's look in on the home of Honest Harold, where we find his mother just putting the presents under the Christmas tree.
Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Now, this is for Harold, and this one's for Raymond. Through the fields we go, laughing all the way.
Bells on bobsleds ring, making spirits bright.
Hello, Harold.
Hello, Mother. Well, look at all those wonderful presents under the tree. Christmas is certainly a grand time of the year.
It certainly is.
Yeah, it makes you love everybody. I even love my boss, Stanley Peabody.
Oh, Harold.
Well, I do, Mother. Well, got to get downtown now. We're having an important meeting of our reindeer club this afternoon.
That reindeer club was a wonderful idea of yours, Harold.
Thank you, Mother. I just thought it'd be nice if some of us fellows got together and gave the children in this town a big Christmas party. A lot of presents, a Santa Claus, and everything.
Well, that's the true Christmas spirit, Harold. Who's in your club?
Well, there are 4 of us reindeer. Prancer, that's me. Dasher, that's old Doc Yancey. Comet is Pete the Marshal. And Stanley Peabody is Donder. Should have been Donderhead.
Now, remember your Christmas spirit.
Of course, Mother. At the meeting this afternoon, we're going to elect a Santa Claus. But the election is just a formality. They'll probably pick me unanimously. The whole club was my idea.
Won't that be nice? My son, Santa Claus.
Yeah. Well, better get started, Mother. May not be home for dinner after the meeting. I've got some shopping to do.
Well, I'll leave the front door unlocked for you.
Oh, don't bother, Mother. Remember, I'm going to be Santa Claus. I'll just come down the chimney. Yeah. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Oh, I got a big
boat. Quiet, fellas. Meeting of the Order of Noble Reindeer, Herd 1 of Melrose Springs will kindly come to order. Brother Comet will now call the roll. Brother Comet, that's you, Pete.
Yeah.
Some Comet.
Let me see here now. Where's my list? Brother Prancer.
That's me, present.
Brother Dasher. Brother Dasher.
That's you, Doc.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Ye gods, Doc, can't you even remember your name?
Oh, you're out of order, Harold. Fellow reindeer, I move we send Prancer to bed without his oats.
Brother Donder.
I, Stanley Peabody, am present.
Listen to Prissy Pants.
Brother Comet. Brother Comet.
That's you, Pete.
Oh, I didn't see myself.
Now, let's get down to business, fellas. Fellow reindeer, I am happy to report that our preparations for the Christmas party are going full speed ahead. And we're getting a lot of letters from the children. telling us what they want in their Christmas stocking.
Brother Prancer, here's a letter from a kid I'd like to read.
Oh, good. Go ahead, Doc.
Dear Reindeer Club, when I wake up Christmas morning, what I want to find in my Christmas stocking is Linda Darnell.
What smart aleck kid wrote that?
I did.
Doc.
Only joking, Harold. Oh, I'm right behind you on this Christmas party. In fact, I think you deserve a vote of thanks for all the hard work you've done.
Well, thank you, Doc. And I'd like to say to all of you that I've never worked with a nicer bunch of reindeer.
Brother Prancer.
Yes, Brother Donder and Stanley?
I suggest we elect our Santa Claus now.
Good idea.
I would like to nominate a man I think really deserves the job.
Well, go right ahead, Stanley, old friend.
Fellow reindeer, this man is one of our leading citizens of Melrose Springs, respected and loved by all. The man I refer to is none other than I, Stanley Peabody.
Wait a minute, I've been double-crossed.
I move the nominations be closed.
Just a minute, Stanley. This whole thing was my idea. I ought to be Santa Claus.
You, Hemp. Huh? But the only qualification you have for Santa Claus is that you carry your own padding.
What a Santa Claus you'd make with those skinny legs. They look like two pipe cleaners with knees.
Now, Donder.
Scarecrow.
Now, Prancer.
I move we postpone the election till tonight when we've all cooled down.
What? Second. And let's don't forget the spirit of Christmas, Brother Reindeer.
Merry Christmas, Hemp.
Merry Christmas, Stanley. I hope he trips over a Yule log. Certainly crowded downtown. Everybody's getting ready for a Merry Christmas. Hello, Mrs. Delachapa? I don't feel very merry, I can tell you that. I'd be Santa Claus right now if it wasn't for that Peabody. I went and bought him a hand-painted necktie for Christmas. I ought to return it and get my 98 cents back. Oh, well.
Why, Harold!
Huh? Oh, hello, Theodora.
Oh, I feel so Christmassy, don't you? The snow, all those decorations in the windows, and the happy music.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Harold? Something wrong with my little holly berry.
Well... You know, I wanted to be Santa Claus at the children's Christmas party.
Didn't your reindeer club pick you?
Well, Stanley Peabody wanted to be Santa Claus, too, so now we have to have an election tonight.
Oh, Harold, that's nothing to worry about. I'm sure your friends will vote for you.
Well, I guess so.
Sure. And you'll make a wonderful Santa Claus, Teddy Bear.
Yeah.
And I hope Santa will come to my house. I've got some mistletoe over the door.
You have?
Uh-huh. And you know what mistletoe is for?
Sure do. You stand on your toes and then we both mistle. Yeah.
Oh, Harold. Well, I have some shopping to do.
Yeah?
Here's a present for you, Santy Wanty. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wonderful girl.
Hello, Harold.
Oop. There's Doc. And his horse and buggy. Better make sure the old horse doctor is going to vote for me tonight. Hey, just a minute, Doc.
Oh, Silver Moon. Whoa. What is it, Brother Prancer?
Well, Brother Dasher, I just wondered...
Look at my horse, Silver Moon, Harold. Don't she look sweet with that mistletoe in her ear?
Mistletoe. Doc, there aren't any other horses in this town for her to kiss.
I know, but she goes around kissing automobiles.
Yeah.
It's the spirit of the thing.
Oh, brother. Doc, about the election.
You know, my animals are so excited they love Christmas time.
Oh?
I'm out now buying their presents.
What are you whispering about, Doc?
I don't want Silver Moon to hear me. Huh? She's only 24 years old, but she still believes in Santa Claus.
Doc, please, I
just don't know what to get for Arthur, my goat.
Your goat?
Yeah. Last year I got him an erector set, but he ate it.
Oh. Doc, will you listen to me for a moment? I want to talk to you about the election this evening. I suppose you're going to vote for me as Santa Claus. Aren't you, old pal?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Now, look, Doc.
Get up, Silver Moon. Get the halls about of holly.
Doc Yak Yak certainly thinks he's smart. For 2 cents, I'd tell his horse there isn't any Santa Claus. Say, maybe I better drop into the marshal's office a minute and make sure Pete's going to vote for me tonight. Hello, Pete.
Oh, hello, Brother Prancer.
Pete, about the election tonight, I suppose you're going
How do you like this little Christmas tree I'm decorating, Harold?
Oh, that's beautiful. Pete,
I'm fixing this tree from a prisoner, Orville the Dip.
Orville the Dip? When did you arrest him?
Oh, I didn't arrest him. He broke into jail last night.
Broke in? I've never heard of a crook doing that.
Oh, Orville isn't a crook anymore, Harold. He's retired.
Oh.
Poor old fella. Gets kind of lonesome for jail around the holidays. Yeah, likes to be in familiar surroundings.
Yeah. Oh, Pete, it's against the law to keep a man in jail if he hasn't committed a crime.
I know that. I've put Orville out 3 times, but he keeps breaking back in. Harold, you'd like Orville. He's one of the nicest ex-safecrackers you ever met.
Pete, when I came in here...
Excuse me, I hope I'm not intruding. Oh, hello, Orville. I'd like you to meet an old friend of mine, Honest Harold. Honest Harold, meet Orville the Dip.
Very, very happy to make your acquaintance, sir.
How do you do?
How do you like the tree, Orville?
It's lovely. It'll look beautiful in my cell. What a happy Yuletide this will be.
Oh, I'm glad to do it, Orville.
You're very kind. This is just like being home for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Pete, I want to return your watch.
His watch?
Yes, I lifted it when you brought my lunch in, Pete.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lifetime habits are hard to break, you know.
Forget it, Orville.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'll return to my cell now.
Orville took my watch. Ain't that a doozy?
What a jail. Pete, look, are you going to vote for me tonight?
You know, he must have lifted it while I was pouring his Sanka. Oh, he's a sly one.
Pete!
You know what he did yesterday, Harold? He lifted my handcuffs.
He must have lifted your brains, too. I'll see you at the meeting tonight.
Brother Reindeer, as recorder, I will now count the votes for Santa Claus. Have you all put your ballots in the hat? Harold?
Mine's in.
Stanley Peabody?
My vote is cast.
My vote is cast. Pete?
In the slot, boy.
Well, mine's in. Polls are closed. Let me see here now.
Hope I get it. I just gotta be Santa Claus.
1 vote for Stanley Peabody.
Oop. I bet he's gonna get it.
1 vote for Harold Hemp.
Well, I wonder who's gonna get the next vote.
1 vote for Alf Landon.
What?
It's for Harold Hemp.
Oh, yeah.
And so is the last vote. It's Harold Hemp for Santa Claus by a snowslide.
Yeah. Thank you. Fine fellas.
Congratulations, Hemp. I guess you won the election.
Oh, well, don't feel bad, Stanley. You carried Maine and Vermont. Gosh, it's wonderful. I'm going to be Santa Claus. I can just see those kids at the Christmas party tonight. The smiles on their little faces when I hand them their presents.
Good evening, Mr. Hemp.
Orville the Dip. Hello. Hey, what are you doing out?
We need some more Christmas lights for the tree. I'm going to drop in one of the stores and pick some up.
I bet he will, too.
I heard you singing. You must be in good spirits tonight, Mr. Hemp.
Oh, yes, I am, Orville. You see, I was just elected to play Santa Claus for the children tomorrow night.
Oh, that's wonderful, Mr. Hemp. Please accept my congratulations.
Well, thank you, Orville.
I can't tell you how I envy you.
Huh?
Well, this may seem strange to you, but the one ambition of my life has been to play Santa Claus to a group of happy children.
Oh, it has?
You see, I've had rather a lonely life, Mr. Hemp. No family, no friends.
Oh, I see.
Yes, the way of the transgressor is bitter and lonely, especially at this season of the year. One misses the warmth of friendship and the laughter of little children.
Yeah.
Of course, I know it is not for me to share in the joys of Christmas time. I must accept my lot.
Well,
But I'm very happy for you. What a heartwarming experience that will be, to bring happiness to all those children, to be loved by them and trusted.
Yeah, guess so.
Well, I'd better be getting back. Merry Christmas, Mr. Hemp.
Merry. Orville?
Yes?
You know, it really doesn't mean so much to me, playing Santa Claus. Why don't you take my place?
Mr. Hemp, do you mean that?
Sure.
Why, I don't know what to say. I can't believe it. I can't tell you how happy you've made me.
Well, that's what Christmas is for, Orville. To make other people happy. Merry Christmas, Santa Claus.
Return for the second act of our story, Honest Harold, in just a moment. One of the top events of the holiday season, the Bing Crosby Show, heard every Wednesday on most of these same CBS stations. Don't miss this evening's show with Bing, the four Crosby boys, and Dixie Lee, Mrs. Crosby, in their family Christmas program. And be sure to listen for Harold Perry's important announcement at the close of our show. And now, back to Honest Harold, the homemaker. Well, there's a nice little glow in the heart of Honest Harold this morning. He gave up his chance to play Santa Claus at the children's Christmas party in order to bring happiness to a lonely old man. And Harold's feeling pretty happy himself. Or at least he was, until he got orders to report to the office of his boss, Stanley Peabody.
Hemp, what's this I hear about you letting that ex-safecracker take your place as Santa Claus?
Oh, you mean Orville?
Yes. Hemp, you've done some moronic things in your life, but this time you've broken your record.
Well, thank you. Oop.
Trusting a man who's been a criminal. I hope you've got all those presents in a safe place.
You don't have to worry about the presents, Stanley. I gave them to Orville last night. They're perfectly safe in his cell.
What? He's probably absconded with them by this time.
Oh, no. Orville is reformed, Stanley. He's going straight now.
That's what they all say. But it's pretty hard to break the habits of a lifetime.
What?
Suppose your Santa Claus decides to crack a safe or something. We'll all be disgraced.
Well, you don't have to worry about Orville, Stanley. I know human nature, and I trust him.
Well, I don't.
Now, Stanley, this means a lot to Orville, and I'm not going to let him down. The trouble with you is you don't have faith in people. Of course, that takes a little intelligence.
Hemp, I'll have you understand that intelligence reigns supreme in my family.
Oh? Well, you must have been born during a dry spell.
Get out!
Don't throw that! I'm leaving. Prissy pants can't worry me. Orville the Dip isn't going to crack any safe. I don't think.
Oh, hello, Harold.
Oh, good morning, Glory.
Oh, Harold, I think it's just wonderful you letting Orville take your place as Santa Claus.
Well, thanks, Gloria.
And I just hope it all comes out all right.
What?
Well, it'd be awful if he turned out to be another Gentleman Willie.
Gentleman Willie?
Yes, he was a character in a movie I saw once. He went straight for 30 years, became president of a bank. Then his mind snapped.
It did?
Yes. One night they caught him robbing his own bank. He just couldn't break the habit.
Zeef.
Where are you going, Harold? You haven't heard the rest of the plot.
I know it. Goodbye. Wonder if I did make a mistake about Orville. Suppose his mind snapped. Like Gentleman Willie. Be awful if they caught Santa Claus cracking a safe. Oop. There he is. What's he doing? He's window shopping. Such a sweet face. How could anybody mistrust him? See, what store window is he looking in? Let's see. J.C. Penney, Frank the Grocer. Whoop! He's window shopping in front of the bank. Better see what he's up to. I'll sneak up on him. Fine way to spend Christmas tailing Santa Claus. Just walk.
Well, hello, Mr. Hemp.
Hello, Orville. What are you doing?
Oh, just reminiscing.
Oh?
Used to have a lot of fun breaking into these small-town banks.
Yeah, I bet it was a lot of laughs.
See that vault in there through the window?
Vault?
Yes. I used to open those tin cans with a hairpin.
You did?
Yes. Got a hairpin on you?
Well, I'll get one. What?
Only joking, Mr. Hemp. Yes, in the old days, robbing this bank would have been a trifle.
Uh-huh.
I'd come down here when it's dark, pick the lock on the front door, whoop, walk in quietly, but shh. Now we come to the vault.
We do?
I turn the tumblers 2 to the right, 4 to the left, 3 to the right. Whoop, whoop. It's open. Now, I'll put the money in the suitcases. Here, you hold the flashlight.
All right.
Then I make my getaway. I'm on my way to South America.
Orville, come back.
Don't worry, Mr. Hemp. I gave all that up years ago.
Oh, good.
Well, I'd better be going. See you tonight.
Yeah, goodbye.
Oh, Mr. Hemp. Here's your watch.
What?
It certainly is hard to break a lifetime habit.
Harold.
Yes, Mother?
My, but you're fidgety tonight. Why do you keep looking out the window?
Well, I'm waiting for Santa Claus.
Oh, isn't that sweet? But Santa won't come until you've gone to bed. And then he'll steal down the chimney.
I hope he doesn't steal the chimney.
What?
I'm talking about Orville, Mother. I'm getting worried. He's supposed to come by and pick me up on the way to the children's Christmas party.
Oh, yes, of course.
Old Doc Yak Yak let him use his horse and buggy to load the presents in. I can't understand why he's so late.
No, don't worry, son. He'll come skipping by.
I hope he hasn't skipped bye-bye.
It's a good thing Orville is not robbing banks anymore. I read in the paper that the lumber company just deposited their biggest payroll today, $20,000.
Oh?
And that would be a wonderful opportunity for a bank robber.
Yeah, sure would.
Oh, Harold, the funniest thing happened today. I ran into Orville downtown, and do you know what he asked me for? A hairpin.
He did?
Yes. I wonder what he's going to do with a hairpin.
I think I know. See you later, Mother. I'm going down to the bank.
But, Harold, the bank isn't open.
That's what you think. I've got to get down there in time to stop Orville. Oh, brother, this is awful. Santa Claus, a bank robber. Just hope it's all a mistake. Oop, it's no mistake. There's a horse and buggy in front of the bank. Somebody's coming out of there. Santa Claus, carrying a big bag. Something tells me it's not full of toys. Getting in a buggy, probably off to South America. Santa Claus, just a minute. Santa Claus, come back. Santa Claus. Brother, what a Christmas party this is going to be. Got to tell Pete the marshal about Orville robbing the bank. How am I going to explain this to all those little children? I can't tell them Santa Claus is on the lam. Their whole Christmas will be ruined. It's all my fault. Thought if I showed Orville I had faith in him and believed in him. Well, guess I was wrong. Listen to those children in there. I'll just peek in the window. Look at them. All standing around that big Christmas tree. Nothing on the floor. Waiting for Santa Claus. I think I'll sneak in the side door here.
Hello, Harold.
Hello, Doc.
Merry Xmas, boy.
Hello, Pete.
You're late, Hemp.
Hello, Stanley.
All the children in the other room. Gloria's having an awful time keeping them quiet. Where's that Santa Claus of yours?
Well, fellas, the reindeer, there's something I got to tell you.
Is something wrong, Hemp?
Well, you see, fellas...
All right, Hemp, come to the point. Where's your Santa Claus?
Well, here I am. Orville! Oh, my deepest apologies for being late, but I had to stop by the bank.
The bank?
Yes. I broke in there last night and put the presents in the vault for safekeeping.
You did?
So I had to break in again tonight to get them out. I'm glad nobody saw me and thought I was robbing the bank.
Oh, yeah. Nobody saw you.
Well, you trusted me, Mr. Hemp, and I wasn't going to let anything happen to those presents I had in my cell. Anybody can break into that jail.
Yeah. You're so right.
Well, Santa Claus, the children are waiting.
Yes, Orville. The children are waiting for you.
What? Oh, yes. Well, here I go. Merry Christmas, children. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Santa Claus.
Yeah, this is a Merry Christmas. Fellas, reindeer, look at all those kids so happy with their toys.
Yeah. And look at that little fella playing that drum.
Ain't that a doozy?
Brother Reindeer, it looks like our Christmas party's a big success.
Yes, certainly is, Doc. And Orville.
Yes, Mr. Hemp?
I certainly want to thank you for being such a wonderful Santa Claus.
Mr. Hemp, I can't tell you how much tonight has meant to me. I'll never forget those little children. I'll carry their laughter in my heart as long as I live. And I owe it all to you. Thanks. Thanks very much.
Don't mention it, Orville. And I want to thank you, too. You've taught us all something. That we should never lose our faith in the goodness of people.
Oh, Harold, they're all ready for you to sing your Christmas carol.
Oh, all right, Gloria. Just the way we rehearsed it. Excuse me, Orville. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for your overwhelming response to my request for presents for the wounded GIs from Korea who are hospitalized at the Travis Air Base. We've already received more than 10,000 gifts, which I'll deliver to the boys when I fly up there to play Santa Claus for them this very weekend. You still have a few days to send in your gifts. Remember, the address is Harold Perry, Post Office Box 150, Los Angeles 53. Harold Perry, Post Office Box 150, Los Angeles 53. Again, let me say thank you. Your gifts will show these wonderful boys how much we appreciate the sacrifices they've made for us. And now, on behalf of all of us on the show, I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow evening, Dennis Day is starring on Suspense, playing a chap who needs money to buy his sick wife a Christmas present. It's a brand new kind of role for Dennis, so don't miss him in Christmas for Carol on Suspense tomorrow evening. On CBS Thursday night Hallmark Playhouse, you'll hear again the story of how Silent Night came to be written. Stay tuned now for the Bing Crosby Show, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is Bob Lamont speaking. This is CBS, where you hear Mr. Chameleon every Wednesday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Someone waits for me.
This is Ken Carpenter welcoming you to the Bing Crosby Show, presented by Chesterfield, produced and transcribed in Hollywood, with John Scott Trotter and his orchestra, Judd Collins for the Bears, and Bing's guests, Dixie Lee Crosby and Gary, Dennis, Philip, and Lindsay Crosby. As is Bing's custom at Christmas time, he opens the program with a Dusty Fidelis, and as usual, he will sing it first in Latin, and then in English, with a studio audience joining him.
Yes, Ken, I think it would be very fitting, very nice if our guests here would join in a chorus, second chorus, and Come All Ye Faithful, huh?
Bing, I think it'd be very nice if the home folks listening in all over the world would join in, too.
Oh, it would indeed. Gather round, folks, wherever you may be, and help us sing this eternal hymn. Adeste fidelis, leti triumphantes, Venite, venite in Bethlehem. Natum videte, regem angelorum, venite adore. Venite adoremus, venite adoremus, Dominum. And now everybody here and at home in the family key. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Thank you very much. Well, it's time, folks, to present our first guest of the evening, a young man with whom I'm associated, shall we say, in a business way and also socially, too. Mr. Gary Crosby. Would you take a bow, Gary? Thanks, Dad. Gary, John Scott Trotter and Tom Adair have come up with a flashy new arrangement of that old song, Jingle Bells, with parts for you and me, and Rhythm Maze, you got your part there?
Yeah.
Is that it? Been studying? You got it down? Yeah. That'd be a good opener, don't you think, for you and I, to kind of get rolling?
Sure. Say, Dad, by the way, how'd our record of Sam's song and Simple Melody go?
Oh, it went very big. Haven't you heard? Sold over 200 copies.
That's wonderful. Great.
Isn't that grand?
Grand.
I knew you'd be happy. Well, how about getting on with Jingle Bells, huh?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse sleigh. O'er the fields we go, and we're laughing all the way.
Oh, now the bells on bobtail ring, and they're making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. What a beautiful day for a riding. The sleigh gotta get underway. Here's a wintertime picnic, a slick little chicken, you figure to click. You're a slap happy fair like I swear at a fair. Leave your cares and jingle all the way.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
You got your girl by your side, so jingle.
At that high-stepping mare takes the road by the square, how the fellas will stare.
Jingle.
And you speed out of town, zig and zag like a clown over snow-covered ground.
Jingle.
You're as snug as a bug in the rug, so you stop for a hug and jingle all the way.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Oh, what fun it is to ride
in a snow and ice fairyland. Oh, but the trip is grand. You got a winner. Just go for a spin in a one-horse open sleigh. All on the way.
Bing and Gary, you certainly did great with that perennial Christmas favorite.
Well, I hope so, Ken, and thank you for those kind words. Say, should we get on now to another perennial Christmas favorite, the Chesterfield gift carton?
Oh, yes, sir, Bing. Year after year, the bright, gay Chesterfield Christmas carton of 200 milder Chesterfields is not only an ideal Christmas gift, but the best Christmas gift for every smoker.
And a gift every smoker will appreciate. Those who have always smoked Chesterfields and those who will enjoy Chesterfields for the first time. Once they open them, smell them, and smoke them, they'll always be satisfied Chesterfield smokers.
Yes, that's it, Bing. Folks, open a pack of Chesterfields. Give them a smell, then you'll smoke them. Just make your next pack Chesterfields, then open it and enjoy that milder, mellow Chesterfield aroma. Compare it with the brand you've been smoking, and your nose will tell you the difference between Chesterfields and other cigarettes.
Friends, tobaccos that smell milder smoke milder. Tobacco men have been saying that for generations. You smoke them, and you'll find Chesterfields are milder, and they leave no unpleasant aftertaste.
Yes, the country's first and only cigarette taste panel confirmed this fact. Chesterfield is the only cigarette in which members of the panel found no unpleasant aftertaste. So make your next pack Chesterfield and prove for yourself it's the best cigarette for you to smoke.
Chesterfield, Chesterfield always wins first place. That milder, mild tobacco never leaves an aftertaste. So open a pack, give 'em a smell, then you smoke 'em.
Now, folks, if Ken Carpenter will set the scene, I'd like to move along. I'd like to move you along with us. In fancy, that is, to Christmas Eve, 1950.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now take you to the Crosby home in Beverly Hills, California. It's Christmas Eve, and we find Bing and Gary engaged in a discussion of great importance.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Gee, Dad, why do you have to go through this every year?
Never mind giving me any beefs. Just hand me those red pants.
Dad, why do you insist on playing Santa Claus? What are you trying to prove?
Gary, you're a big boy now. You're grown up. You're sophisticated. You're worldly. We've lost you. But not your little brothers. Why, I wouldn't think of not playing Santa Claus for them. They love it. It's wonderful to see their little faces light up with amazement and happy surprise when I bounce into the room.
They could be acting, you know.
No. I admit I don't convince you anymore, Gary, but your younger brothers, they're not wise to me yet. And as long as I can make their little eyes dance with glee, I'm going to.
Oh, okay. But I still can't understand why parents insist upon stifling their kids' mental development at this time of the year.
Been reading quick, huh?
Yeah.
Don't argue with Papa Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. That's all I can tell you. You're liable to wind up with an empty stocking. Now, come here. Put my beard on me, if you please, huh?
Yes, sir. There you are.
The beard doesn't go up there. Pull it down over my chin.
I was just trying to make your disguise more convincing.
My God. Well, I'm all set. Oh, wait just a minute. Santa has to have a big fat tummy. Hand me those 2 pillows. I'll stuff them in my coat.
I think you can get by with just 1 pillow this year.
No comments. Nick's cracking. Just shove those pillows in my coat.
Yes, sir.
There, that does it. That's Santa's tummy, all right?
Oh, if those pillowcases spring a leak, we're sure going to have a white Christmas around here.
Come on, let's not think in terms of disaster. Here's the plan, Gary. Here's what I want you to do. You go out in the living room. You get everyone assembled, see? Then I'll sneak out around the house. I'll come in the living room window with my bag of presents.
Why don't you come down the chimney like you always do?
Oh, last year I got stuck, you know.
That was the biggest laugh you ever got.
Well, I didn't laugh.
Are we going to sing Christmas carols tonight, Dad?
We certainly are, right after we distribute the presents. Now, while everybody's putting their gifts under the tree, I'll sneak out, change my clothes, then we'll go out and we'll sing for our friends. You know, like we always do for the friends and the neighbors.
Yeah. I better go in the living room now and soften everybody up for your entrance.
Good, do that, will you? And, Gary, when I come in the window, I do wish that you'd work up just a little enthusiasm, a little surprise, huh?
Oh, don't worry. My little eyes will just dance with glee. I may even fall into a faint.
Now, don't try to win the academy. Don't overdo it. Uh-oh, Nix. Oh. Twins.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
What are you fellas doing in here?
Oh, just snooping around. Hey, who's the guy in the red suit?
That's Santa Claus, you dumbbell.
Why, I'll bet these are the twins, little Dennis and little Philip.
Hey, he knows us, Phil.
I was just asking Gary if you fellas had been good little boys this year.
You didn't squeal, did you, Simple Melody?
No. As a matter of fact, I was just telling Santa what dear, sweet little children you were.
You can go by what this boy says, Santa. He's very reliable.
Now, come on, fellas. Let's go in the other room. Goodbye, Santa. See you later, I hope.
Yes, indeed.
Goodbye, Santa. Bye, Mr. Claus. It's been a pleasure.
Goodbye, boys. Goodbye. It's been nice seeing you.
Gee, Santa Claus is certainly a wonderful man, isn't he?
Yeah, pop his tops.
What do you mean, pop? That was Santa Claus.
Oh, Gary, let's act our age, shall we?
Oh, you guys were wise all the time, huh?
Sure, but if he wants to put on that old hot suit and wear that itchy old beard, it's all right with me. Let him live a little. Sure, we can stand it if he can't.
Well, don't say anything in front of Lenny.
Hey, where is Len? Over there in front of the fireplace, waiting for Santa.
Well, he better turn his chair around and face the window. Santa's making a different entrance this year. Hi, Len.
Hi, Garen.
Gee, I wish Santa Claus would hurry up. I'm a nervous wreck.
Me too. Me too. Lynn, we're going out to sing Christmas songs in a few minutes. Where are your stockings?
I took them off and hung them on the mantel. I'm certainly glad we have only one hillbilly in the family. Just shake a little more Fitch's tonic into your beautiful blonde wavy hair, and don't worry about me.
Now, boys, it's Christmas Eve. We don't want Santa to catch us in the middle of a brawl. Hi, Mom.
Hi,
Merry
Mom.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, boys. Well, you lads look fairly presentable to greet St. Nick.
You look real beautiful, too, Mom.
Thank you, Lynn. And may I inquire why you aren't wearing stockings?
I hung them on the mantel.
Well, you skip right upstairs and get another pair.
Oh, Mom, I don't need stockings.
Honestly, you're getting to be more like your father every day.
I favor Dad, too. In the vocal department, of course.
You know, Gary, sometimes I wish Sam's songs had never been written.
I think Mom sings as good as Dad any day.
Well, bless every single blonde, beautiful, wavy hair in your head.
Hey, look, there's someone at the window.
Wow, it's Santa Claus.
Hooray! Gosh, I think I'm going to faint.
Steady, son.
He's opening the window.
Everybody. Now, is this the Crosby house?
Yes, sir.
And are there 4 nice, big, strong, healthy boys here?
Yes, sir. We're plenty strong.
Well, then get over to the window and drag Santa in.
Well, I'm having a little trouble here. Looks like I'm stuck.
I'll help you, Sonny.
We'll get you in. Everybody grab a hold and pull.
All together now. Pull.
Easy now. Whoops, stop, look out. There goes the window shade.
In you come, Santa.
Boy, look at those feathers fly.
Well, so these are the Crosby boys, huh?
That's right, Santa. And all very good boys, too.
Now, let me see here. Which is which? Now, there's Gary. There's Dennis and Philip and this little fella here. Why, you're Lenny Crosby, as I recall.
And you're Bing Crosby, as I recall.
Good night, Irene.
Well, I'll be darned. How'd you know it was me, Lenny?
Your beard went up with the shade.
Look at it dangling up there.
Shall I take it down, Mom?
No, leave it there. Maybe some doves will nest in it.
Man, what a tough time I had getting to that window.
I like it better when you get stuck in the chimney.
I wish you boys would grow up so your poor father wouldn't have to go through this every year.
Oh, I don't mind. I wouldn't miss being Santa for the world. Say, look, we got to get rolling. It's getting late here. We got to go out and sing some Christmas carols. You remember? You boys want to run through your songs first, kind of sharpen up a little?
We know those songs, Dad.
Huh?
You'd better rehearse, Gary. I don't want you kids running all over the neighborhood singing off key.
Yes, ma'am.
You lads gather around the piano now and run through all your numbers. I'll go get the Hoover and vacuum up these feathers while you're rehearsing.
I don't want you singing off key either.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I guess you and I lead off, Gary. A song called That Christmas Feeling.
I love that Christmas feeling. It does my heart so much good. Strangers I meet all seem like friends, and the world's just a neighborhood. So here's to the joy of Christmas, and here's the ones I hold dear. May you have that Merry Christmas feeling all through a happy New Year.
I think we got that one in good shape. Now we got a song coming up here from Lindsay. What's your big number this year, Lynn?
I'd like to hitch a ride with Santa Claus.
Well, you go right ahead and hitch that ride.
Care to join me?
Well, thank you very much.
Not at all.
Hang in time, glad to.
I'd like to hitch a ride with Santa Claus.
Well, wouldn't that be something to see?
I'd like to hitch a ride with Santa Claus, dodging the clouds, waving at crowds. I'd crack the whip and keep a watch for weather vanes.
For weather vanes.
I'd help him with his bag and check his Christmas tag.
Or maybe you could handle the reins.
I'd like to hitch a ride with Santa Claus. Wouldn't they be jealous of me? You couldn't say I ran away because after we roam,
Well, he'll drive you home. He'll drive you home.
and when they see me Christmas morning, what'll they say with a look of delight? There goes the boy that rode with Santa Claus last night.
Thanks. Say, Denny, Phil, you ready with your song?
Yes, sir.
What would the title be, please?
We have a song designed for little children.
Little
It's called The Snowman.
Designed for little children. Do I detect a note of irony here, revolt or something?
Well, Dad, we think we're too grown up to sing a song like this.
You do, huh?
Yes, we have girls listening in.
Really? Well, I'm sure your girls will understand that you're both sophisticated, experienced men of the world.
Yes, sir. On a Christmas Eve, a happy snowman stood and dreamed beside a cottage door. How the children love their friend the snowman and the funny fedora he wore.
Funny fedora.
When they said goodnight, they told the snowman that a gift for him was on the tree. So he called himself a lucky snowman, just like one of the family was he. The cottage porch looked beautiful and bright. The holly wreath was turned on for the night. When all at once it caught on fire and fell. He couldn't knock, he couldn't ring the bell. He couldn't run for help, he couldn't call. But then he had to save the children after all. He knew he'd melt away, and yet the snowman threw himself across the burning floor. How the children miss their friend the snowman, but they'll always remember him for a heart that was brave and the joy that he gave and the funny fedora he wore.
All together now.
I love that Christmas feeling. It does my heart so much good. Strangers I meet all seem like friends, and the world's just a neighborhood. So here's
I'd like to hitch a ride
the
with
joy of
Couldn't they be jealous of me?
Here's the ones I hold dear.
He'll drive me home. And when they say this morning, what will they say with a look of delight? There goes the boy who lost happily last night. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All through a happy new
That's it, folks. Come Christmas Eve, and that's just about what's going to happen up at our house.
You know, Bing, no matter what
Something
your kids
like that.
think, you make a mighty convincing Papa Santa Claus on the Chesterfield Christmas carton.
Oh, Ken, that cheers me up a great deal.
Well, I'm glad. And on the cover of Quick Magazine, out tomorrow, there's a picture of you and a caption reading, Bing plays Papa Santa.
You know, Ken, I think the Chesterfield people and Quick and everybody, they're very nice to make me Papa Santa Claus this year, but there's just one thing wrong.
What's that?
All my mail is going to the North Pole.
Tragic. How are you going to get your mail back?
I made a deal with Bob Hope.
Oh?
Next time he passes through there, he's going to pick it up for me.
Robert goes to the North Pole quite often, doesn't he?
He goes everywhere quite often. Incidentally, Ken, I'm sending Bob 2 cartons of Chesterfields for Christmas this year.
2? What's the idea of that?
Well, one is for him to smoke, and the other is for him to change the tag on and send it back to me.
Oh, yeah. That way you're sure of a wonderful gift.
You bet, Ken. And to you folks listening in, Chesterfield's Christmas carton makes a wonderful gift for every smoker. Tuck a carton in the old man's stocking. Lay in a supply for the milkman, the mailman, for just about everyone on your Christmas list.
That's right, friends. This year's Christmas carton of Chesterfield's is the greatest of them all. It says best of cheer and best of smoking as only a Chesterfield Christmas carton can say it. It stars Bing Crosby as Papa Santa Claus, and it's complete from Santa's sleigh to the red-nosed reindeer. This year, give Crosby for Christmas. Give cartons of Chesterfield. Order on up today at your favorite cigarette dealer.
And now a word to the whole Chesterfield family. All of our 1,100,000 retail dealers, our 600,000 wholesale distributors, Merry Christmas to each one of you. I hope we've helped you sell more Chesterfields throughout the year.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is
This program was produced and transcribed in Hollywood. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Crime does not pay. Everything here, Sniffer?
Yeah, it works, Harry. Scales, wrappings, cube cutter, presser, and the powdered milk. You got the junk?
Bought it from Pusher. Probably cut 50% already.
Then if we cut it some more...
So the birds don't get a big kick, so they beef. So we tell them they need bigger shots. Nothing to it.
Except the dough.
Dough is right. I gave Pusher a C-note for this stuff. By the time we're through with it, cut it in half with the milk, we can get $2,500 for it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, let's get to work, Sniffer. This stuff is for the birds.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Strange Token, starring Morris Karnofsky. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Morris Karnofsky as Harry Duncan in Strange Token. If there was any excuse for Harry Duncan, and it's a big if, the excuse was weakness. Harry was weak, and through that weakness he formed a habit. But the habit and the weakness combined, as they sometimes do, to give Harry a strength, which was the essence of evil. The moment when it really began was inconspicuous. Of necessity it had to be, because Harry and Pusher Beardsley had come together in the far end of a dimly lit alley for a strictly illegal purpose. Even there in the darkness, beneath the rusty fire escapes and the shutter-blind warehouse windows, they stood close together and spoke softly.
Pusher, you gotta, I tell you, you gotta.
I don't gotta do nothing, not even for cash. And you ain't got a dime.
I'm human, Pusher, so are you. Give me a break.
I wouldn't give you the hair off of the dome of the Capitol. What kind of a sucker do you think I am?
Pusher, I'll pay you Saturday.
With what? Go get me some dough, some kale, some hard coin. Come back, I'll be here.
Where can I get it? This ain't no dime for a cup of coffee deal. Where am I going to get $3.50 this time of night? Give me a break, Pusher. I'll pay you. Honest, I will.
Look, Harry, Scott Grant taught me what I know about this racket, see? And the first lesson is, get the cash on a line.
Maybe I could work it off.
What can you do for me?
I don't know. Maybe something. Think, Pusher. Think. For one cap of C, there must be something.
Would you run an errand for me, Harry?
Run an errand? You mean push the stuff myself?
You're too good for that, Harry? A big shot, maybe?
Pushing the junk? That's federal.
So what?
They catch me. They'll make me take the cure. I couldn't stand that, Pusher.
You can't stand not getting your stuff either. Oh, this fella's a good customer. You deliver for me, you get 5 simoleons. Why, for that you can buy your own and have $1.50 left over.
Why can't he meet you like I do?
Well, he can't, that's all. And they know me where he's holed up. All you gotta do is go where I tell you. Say you're a friend of Mr. Sappers. They'll let you up. It's a flea bag of a hotel. Get the dough, $10, see? Get it before you give Sappert his package. Then beat it, that's all. Well, how about it? I ain't got all night.
All right. Hey, how come you trust me with this stuff?
I don't trust you. Only I know that you know what happens when birds like you swipe the stuff. Yeah, you're a good risk, Harry. You don't want no knife twisting in your guts. Not your kind, don't. You'll make the delivery, Harry, and you'll be back. Like a real good boy.
Yeah? Who is it?
It's me, Sniffer. Sniffer, stop. Let me in, will you, Harry?
Hold it, Sniffer.
Gee, thanks, Harry, thanks.
Thanks. For what?
For letting me in.
Think nothing of it. Sit down. Sit down. Take a load off your feet.
If I sit down, I'll fall apart, Harry. Harry, I've been off the junk. I can't take it. I gotta have some, and I can't find Pusher.
So why come to me?
I told you I can't find Pusher.
Well, what's that to me?
Well, you brought me to stuff that time when Pusher couldn't come himself, and I couldn't get out to him. You give me a break that time. I thought maybe on account of you give me that break.
You thought maybe. Think again.
Then you won't.
Why should I?
Well, I got dough. You see, Harry, long green.
Where'd you get it?
Well, I got my ways. I got the dough. I'll give you half if you got the push.
Yeah, chicken feet.
Now, you got the dough at your hair. You got it. You don't, I'll kill you. I help me.
Shut up. You want to yell? Hire a hall.
I tried every other way, Harry. Find Pusher for me, huh?
If I do, what'll you do for me?
What do you want me to do?
Will you work for me?
Work for you? Doing what?
You got friends, Sniffer?
Yeah, I got friends.
Who do they buy from?
From Pusher, maybe a couple of other guys.
Okay, so you bring them to me.
Oh, you want me to be a runner for you, huh?
Not a runner. Call it sales agent. You work for me. You bring your friends to me. We'll both cash in. Maybe we'll even teach a few new ones. We could go places.
I don't know, Harry. I don't know.
You want your junk?
Okay, Harry, it's a deal.
Good. Stay here. I'll see Pusher and I'll be back. He isn't far from here, Sniffer. Just a block or two. How much will $100 buy, Pusher?
Where'd you get that scene note?
Made it myself. Foolish questions get foolish answers. You want to start over?
Okay.
How much will $100 buy?
Enough? What do you want, M or C?
Half and half. How pure is it?
Plenty pure.
All right. When will you deliver? Now?
2 hours. The old alley. See ya.
Everything here, Sniffer?
Yeah, it works, Harry. Scales, wrappings, cube cutters, presser, and the powdered milk. You got the junk?
I bought it from Pusher. Probably cut 50% already.
And if we cut it some more?
So the birds don't get a big kick, so they beef. So we tell them they need bigger shots. Nothing to it.
Except the dough.
Dough is right. I gave Pusher a C-note for this stuff. By the time we're through with it, cut it in half with the milk, we can get $2,500 for it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's get to work, Sniffer. This stuff is for the birds.
I must be building a tolerance, Harry, like the medics say. I didn't hardly feel that last shimmy.
Well, then you need more, Patch. Got the dough?
Yeah, I got it. Sure, here.
Okay, here. Hey, what's the idea?
Taking off my eye patch? That's where I stash this stuff, Harry. Any cop picks me up, he don't find nothing on me. They don't think of looking behind the patch.
How's business, Harry?
Oh, Pusher. Business is okay.
Think you might have a little time to give me a hand of mine?
Why not? What's it doing?
The shipment's coming in for Scar. I gotta pick it up. It'll take 2 men. Scar okayed you. He thinks you're showing signs of getting to be a smart operator. Wants you in our outfit.
cold out here, Pusher.
Pull at those oars a little harder, you'll get warm in no time.
I don't get this. I don't get it at all.
What's wrong with it?
Middle of the night. Lucky there's no fog.
Fog or no fog, we'd be out here tonight. And with the oars wrapped in blankets.
A lot of trouble. What for? The Maru docks in the morning?
Exactly. And she's anchored down the harbor tonight.
Well, so why not wait until morning?
Ever hear of customs officers, Harry?
This load ain't going to be in nobody's baggage.
The feds use stoolies, remember?
So what?
So it is. Scar figures they've been tipped off the stuffers on the Maru. Pull your right oar. So we got it fixed up to pick up the shipment before the boat ever hits the pier.
How?
You'll see in a couple of minutes. And the Maru's dead ahead. Pull for the anchor chain.
Okay, I'm heading for it.
Hold it, Harry. A little left. Yeah. Now the flashlight. See it, Harry? See it?
Nothing but a string hanging from the anchor chain.
A fishing line. Real strong string, Harry. See?
Somebody on the Maru planted that string.
And a can on the end of it. A can with 50 G's worth of pure morphine. How's that for being smart, Harry?
Plenty smart. Plenty smart.
Okay, we got it. Head for shore, Harry.
Same place we shoved off from?
No, of course not. Keep going to the other side. Hey, watch yourself. Got me all soaked.
I'm getting tired. Let me rest a bit, will you?
Yeah. Change places. I'll rope for a while.
With pleasure, my friend. You come on to my seat. Hold the oars while I get into yours.
Okay. Balance the boat now.
Balance the boat, he says.
Hey!
Maybe you ought to take lessons, Pusher. Nice place to be. Alone in a boat. With $50,000 worth of junk for company. Harry Duncan, I think you're on your way to bigger and better things.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Strange Token. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Morris Karnofsky as Harry Duncan in Strange Token. Harry made shore that night with his valuable package. They found the Pusher several days later floating face down in the harbor. But in the meantime, Scar Grant was not idle. His hoodlums picked up Sniffer Stafford's trail, and that trail led them to Harry's hideout. They reported back to Scar, and that gentleman took matters into his own hands.
Open up, Harry. Scar Grant. I know you're in there. You and Sniffer both.
Beat it, Scar. I got no business with you.
Open up, Harry. I'll have my boys blow the lock off.
Go ahead, shoot. That won't get you the stuff back.
I want to talk a deal, Harry. Open up.
He'll come in shooting, Harry. Be careful.
No, he won't. Watch this. Scar,
Well,
send your hoods out front, where Sniffer can watch them from the window. When you're alone, knock 3 times. I'll let you in, but nobody else.
okay. Beat it, boys. You're in the back. All right, let's go.
How many are they, Sniffer?
4 of them. No, 5.
Okay. Take it easy, Scar. Welcome to our humble home, Mr. Grant.
Save it, Harry. Where's the junk?
And not a word for poor old Pusher. How callous you are, Mr. Grant.
Pusher wasn't worth any 50 grand.
And the junk isn't either.
That's nonsense.
250 grand is more like it after you get it cut.
Why, you dirty, cheap chisel.
Ah, that gets you no place.
I ought to have the boys fill you full of lead.
That's no good either. You don't know where the stuff is. I do.
We can make Sniffer talk.
That's why Sniffer doesn't know either.
Oh, you think of everything, don't you?
I try to. Keep your eye on the boys, Sniffer. I think Scar and I are going to talk business.
All right, start talking.
I have the cam. It's well hid. You can count on that. Now, I'll produce it if you agree to a 50-50 split.
50-50? Are you nuts?
Not very.
Keep talking.
I've got an organization, not as big as yours, yet. I want a territory. A good territory. Well, don't stand there like you were struck dumb, Scar. Don't you know when you've just taken in a new partner?
What have you been trying to pull? What have I been trying to pull?
Sniffer's been picked up. The Fed. Open charges. You had him fingered, didn't you?
I had him fingered. What about my men?
Yours too?
3 shovers and a couple of runners under lock and key. What have you been up to?
Oh, great. Just great.
Well, start talking.
I never talk when I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that right now both of us are a couple of chumps.
Both of us?
Sure. The Feds pick up our boys. They figure we'll start fighting each other, and we almost did.
Oh. You may have something there.
May have it. I got it pegged. Square.
You got the stoolie pegged, too?
I'd like to have him, but that's a horse from a different stable.
Well, it's pretty obvious. Somebody's tipping the G-men.
Somebody's always tipping them. Trouble is, in this business, you never know what your customers are going to do next.
Yeah. Well, now, look, Harry. We got to clean this up and clean it up quick, together. The Livonia sailed from the other side this morning.
Yeah? What's she carrying?
$250,000. She's due next Tuesday night. The anchor chain gimmick.
7 days. We've got to work fast.
Any ideas?
There's 2 ways. Trap the stoolie or fix a depot that's bomb-proof.
Which way do you think?
The depot. There's an old fireproof warehouse, empty, but there's iron doors, and one of them has a peephole from the old Prohibition days. We can control who comes and goes and check on any pigeons while we're doing business. That way, we maybe can get 2 birds with 1 warehouse.
Hey, Harry, I got out. They let me go.
And you came here?
Well, where else, Harry? Where else?
Any place but here. You were tailed, stupid. That's why they let you go. You were tailed.
I never thought of that.
You never think, period.
Yeah, but we ain't got no junk here, Harry. They couldn't make a pinch. They got to see you sell the stuff for half an arden. That's how come they let me go.
How'd they get you in the first place?
Somebody fingered me.
Who?
I don't know. Scar, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Scar walked up to a G-man and said, that man buys and sells narcotics, so they took you in.
Well, one of Scar's boys did. Or they wrote a letter or something.
How come you're so sure?
Oh, a cinch. The G-man who asked the questions kept saying, we know you work for somebody. Is it Harry Duncan? Is it Harry?
Well. The Feds know my name.
Yeah, somebody must have talked.
Yeah, somebody talked. And I got a hunch you're right about who.
What makes the hunch, Harry?
They picked you up, see? My right-hand man. But all they got from Scar's outfit were a couple of no-account shovers and runners. Scar's mind works that way. He'd give them a few of his boys just to cover up. He must have figured they'd get you to talk and that'd get me out of the way.
Well, ain't that kind of the long way around?
Scar always takes the long way around, especially with $250,000 coming in on the Livonia this trip. But me, I don't take the long way around. Scar's going to find out. I get straight to the point.
Thanks for the chance, Mr. Grant. I'll do good for you.
That's okay, Trash. Don't thank me.
I asked Harry if I could be a pusher instead of just a runner. He said my patch made me too easy to spot.
Yeah, that's where Harry wasn't smart. The cops will figure just that way. Sometimes the best disguise is to stand out in a crowd.
I get you, Mr. Grant.
What is it, Patch? Something wrong?
Mr. Grant, a fellow with a chopper. Mr. Grant! Mr. Grant!
No good, Patch. I'm done. No.
Present the tokens, you'll be let in. There'll be plenty of the stuff to go around. Present the tokens to the guard at the door, that's all. Now, form a double line and... Oh, yes, I know that Scar, poor guy, wanted his own boys taken care of. That's why you're here, fellas. That's all. Pick up the tokens and beat it for now.
Streetcar tokens. From Frisco. I don't get it, Harry.
Use your head, Sniffer. We've been over the list. There's only a dozen possible stoolies. Each one gets a token from a different city, not Frisco. And we got a list, see? We know who got which token from which city. One of those turns up in the wrong hand. We got our stoolie. Check?
A double check. Yeah, you think of everything, Harry. Even a hood from out of town to take care of Scar.
Well, there's our old friend Patch, picking up his token. His came from Houston, Sniffer. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I come for, you know what?
Do I know you?
Here, the token.
I'll check it.
Yes, Sniffer?
The Houston token.
From your face, Patch didn't show it.
Right.
Let the man in. You know what to do.
Let them. All right. You're the boss. Come in, mister.
Thanks, fella.
You made a mistake, didn't you, stranger?
No, I'm no stranger. You know me. I'm the same.
A dirty stool pigeon, and so is Patch. Oh, step on his wrist, Sniffer.
Jack.
Now, stranger, talk. Tell us where Patch is before I kick your teeth out. What a joint.
It sure ain't the Ritz.
I've seen some bad ones, but this is the worst.
Yeah, look out. That's garbage on the steps.
I see it. This should be the 4th floor.
I lost track in the dark.
4th floor back. That's what the pigeon said.
Hey, you really gonna dump him, Harry?
I don't let stoolies live. Here we are.
Maybe Patch ain't here.
He's here. We tried his hangout, didn't we?
Who is it?
Harry Duncan, Patch. Open up.
Sure, Harry. Hey, Harry, I never expected you here. What'd you do that for, Harry?
Because you're a stool pigeon, Patch. We got you cold.
I didn't do nothing. Why should I? You let me be a pusher.
You gave your token to a stranger, didn't you?
I didn't give it. Somebody stole it. I even told Sniffer. Somebody picked my pockets. I even told Sniffer.
You told Sniffer? You want me to believe he wouldn't tell me?
I never told you a lot of things, Harry.
Sniffer! You snowbird!
Ever see me touch the junk, Harry? You think this 38 would be this steady if I were on the junk?
You? The stoolie...
All right, boys, you can take him now.
All right, man. Want the bracelets on him, Mr. Safford? Mr. Safford.
Special Agent Safford, Mr. Duncan. United States Treasury Bureau of Narcotics.
All this time you were laughing at me.
Watch him, Mason.
Yes, sir.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Take it easy, Patch. Harry doesn't get it either, but he'll find out. We could have taken him the night he brought that package from Pusher to me, but we didn't. We figured he'd lead us to Scar. Then he took care of Scar for it. And we've got his hired killer on that one already. I stole your token, Patch. The stranger we left tied up in the warehouse is an agent, and free by this time. And now we've got Harry on a dozen charges, including murder.
You think you've got me, G-Man, but I'm taking you with me. Hey!
Never try to outshoot a cop, Harry, especially when he has the drop on you. All right, take care of him, man. I want some fresh air. I've lived with him and his kind too long.
Crime does not pay. Boris Karnatsky, who starred as Harry Duncan in Strange Token, will be back with you in just a moment. Now here in person is Morris Karnofsky. The fight against the narcotics racket, the filthiest of all the rackets, preying as it does on the weakness, the sickness of so many men and women, is never ending. The roots of this racket are in greed. Its branches are everywhere in organized crime. The cure? Well, the cure is twofold. For the addict, it lies in understanding that he's sick, that proper medical and psychological care is the only answer. For men like Harry Duncan and Scar Grant, there is no cure. For such people, there can be only the lesson spelled out in prison or in death. That crime does not pay. Thank you, Mr. Karnofsky. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Mariam and directed by Mark B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turtis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. This is Bob Williams speaking.